Two of the state's 4A's best football teams are set to face off tonight in Baxter. It's the high school football game of the week presented by Mayberry's Furniture and Gentry's Power Equipment, and it pits the visiting White County Warriors against the hosting Upperman Bees. I'm Noah McKay on the call here live at the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing and Upper Cumberland Generators broadcast booth. Thrilled to be joined by my broadcast partner Jeremy Tollis and Hallie Gunlock on the sidelines. We'll have Coach Michael Dodgen with us as well this evening, and the lovely Madison McKay producing things for us as we welcome you into the Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate pregame show. 15 minutes away from kickoff in a game that has been highly anticipated this entire season. It is a battle for sole possession of first place in Region 4 4A, 2 3-0 teams. Jeremy, the stakes are simple tonight. Upperman wins Region 4 4A with a victory here. They clinch at least one home playoff game. If they win that, they'd get another home playoff game. White County cannot clinch the region tonight because then Stone Memorial could have something to say about it, but they do go into sole possession of first place. A ton to get into in this matchup, but it is a big fight feel at Billy C. Rogers this evening.
It is. You know, I've got friends on both sides of on both sidelines tonight, and one of them, we talked about it yesterday, I believe. He had sent me a message, and he sums it up. It's big boy football tonight, and that's what I've been looking for, is two of the best lines, offense and defense, on both sides tonight. Crucial. And Upperman's been known for that. White County has stepped that up this year, and they are tough. And I'll tell you, I cannot wait to watch the line play, create space for both offenses.
And, you know, for all the talk about how the 2 seed has to go to Alcoa in the second round of the playoffs if they win in the first round, well, there's one way to avoid that, and it's to win the region. Both teams looking to get one step closer to doing that here tonight. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape in this one, and there is a lot to get into. Upperman, the home team, at 6-2 on the season. They are 3-0 in Region 4 4A. They're the number 1 ranked team in the UC Top 5. They're ranked number 5 in the state, the Tennessee Sports Writers Association poll in Class 4A. For the Bees, they're happy to be back home. First time in a month they've been at Billy C. Rogers Stadium. This is their 3rd home game of the season. They have 2 to wrap up the regular season. They're 1-1 here so far this season. Of course, their head coach is Adam Kane in his 8th season in Baxter, an 82-15 record here at Upperman. He is the winningest coach in program history, and the Bees have won 85% of their games with him on the headset. For them, they're coming off a bye week. They had it at the second half of fall break. Before that, they are rolling. 3 consecutive wins, 41-6 at DeKalb County, 49-6 at Livingston Academy, and 49-14 at York Institute. And the story with this Upperman team this season, it is a prolific offense led by 3-star quarterback Bronsden Chaffin, completing 69% of his passes. He has 13 touchdowns on the ground, 15 touchdowns through the air. That's 28 total touchdowns for Chaffin and 2,400 all-purpose yards for a bona fide Mr. Football candidate. He's got a tight end, Colton Johnson, who's going to be a 3 or a 4-star we anticipate in a couple of weeks. He's got a ton of weapons around him. But for the Bees, this offense is with the engine that is Bronsden Chaffin.
It is, and when you – I try not to throw this term around very much, but when you talk about generational talents, he's in that argument. I mean, it's one of those things. I believe his 7th grade year, I came here to referee a game, and I saw him in middle school, and I went, oh, my gosh. You get ready. If he's at Upperman till he's a senior, it's going to be special, and it has been.
6'4" tall, 230 pounds. He leads an offense that has 413 yards per game. They're scoring 39 points a contest. They've scored at least 27 in every game this season. They've scored 40-plus in 5 of 7 complete games. And I say that because they scored 29 in the first half at Webb Week 1 before rain came in, and the rest of the game did not continue. Their 2 losses on the road at number 2 in Class 4A Greenville, a 41-33 dogfight contest, and then here against number 4 518 Beach in a 42-27 loss here at Billy C. Rogers Stadium. How about the opponent, the number 1 contender in Region 4 4A, Jeremy Tollison? It is the White County Warriors at 7-1. They are also undefeated, 3-0 in Region 4 4A. And how about the first-year head coach David Foster has put together after years as an assistant around the Upper Cumberland, including stops at Cookville and at White County. They are 7-1 this season, and it is ground and pound old-school football for the Warriors. 308 yards per game, 248 yards on the ground. They're scoring 25 points per game. The story for the Warriors, their defense, allowing just 16 fewer than that. They have not allowed 16 points in a game this season. They have not allowed more than 2 touchdowns in a game this entire season.
That's crazy.
This is the outputs they've allowed. 14, 14, 7, 13, 13, 14, 0, and 7. The defense led up front by Hunter Broyles. How about this? 12 tackles for loss, 5 sacks. How about the defensive lineman next to him? Lex Winfrey, a junior. 6 tackles for loss, 5 sacks. They're nasty up front on defense. They're nasty up front on offense. They get with Cole Sims, who is putting together an unbelievable campaign in his own right. 1,300 yards, 13 touchdowns, 6.1 yards per carry, 100-plus yards in 7 out of 8 games. He also has 9 catches for 100 yards this season. They know who they are. They know their identity. They want to run the football, and they know they're going to try to do that tonight.
Exactly. And, Upperman has been on a roll, but the 2 games where they lost, it was 2 teams that kind of minimized the line of scrimmage a little bit. They ran the football pretty well. And I think that White County is built. They have the right recipe and the right personnel, but can their personnel match up to Upperman's personnel? And that's what we're going to see tonight.
That is the question, because let's call a spade a spade. Nobody in the Upper Cumberland has sniffed a challenge of this Upperman team this season. Their 2 losses, those powerhouses from outside the area against Upper Cumberland opponents. How about the Stone Memorial Panthers? We see how good they are on the season. They have 1 loss. It was 40-7 against these Upperman Bees. Then they faced DeKalb County on the road. It was 41-6. Livingston was red hot. It was 49-6. York Institute 2 weeks ago, 49-14. Opponents in common with these 2 teams. Mentioned DeKalb County, a 41-6 victory for Upperman. That's who White County faced last week, a 31-7 victory. DeKalb County down 3 at halftime. White County during fall break able to get it together at halftime. They go on a big second-half run to win that game. Livingston, White County, the dramatic 64-yard touchdown pass from Tucker Pinion to Bryson Hogg with a minute to go. They won 14-13. Upperman beat Livingston 49-6. Scoreboard watching only means so much. It's all about the matchups in this sport. We talked about Cole Sims in that line and how many problems it could give Upperman. How about the weapons the Bees have? Carmine Phillips, Elijah Fitz, who's really exploded onto the scene, Gunnar Block, and Colton Johnson, an Upperman team that routinely goes 5 wide. It's unheard of, but a lot of people think when you consider the competition level, with a nod to 2013, this could be the best offense in Upperman history. The question is, can one of the best defenses in White County history slow down those explosive weapons?
Yeah, and to me, that is the matchup, because White County is not what I would refer to as balanced on offense, okay? Like you mentioned, run heavy. Upperman, if you let them bully you, they're going to bully you and they're going to run down your throat. But they have weapons on the outside that if you can stop the run or contain the run, then they've got weapons and they've got more balance. So it's just really, and listen, Foster is a defensive-minded coach, so let's give him all the props. But at the end of the day, if you try to put 8 or 9 in the box, then Block and Fitz could have a big night. If you stay balanced, they're going to try to run down your throat. So it's just a chess game. We'll see how that goes.
These 2 teams have renewed picking up the matchup the past couple of years in this region. Upperman 2-0 in those 2 matchups, 28-21 2 years ago here in this stadium. And then last year was a blitzkrieg, all Bees in Sparta, 49-7. All time in the series, though, here's a fun stat. Very few people probably remember this. White County leads the series 6-2. From 1934 to 1941, White County went undefeated against Baxter nearly 100 years ago.
And I am glad that they have played several times the last few years. It is a crying shame that they have played 8 times in 90 years or whatever that is. I am glad that it's back on, but it is a shame these 2 programs in football have only played 8 times since the Great Depression.
And we talk about this Upperman offense, and then we're going to go down to the next member of our broadcast crew after this. How about in region play, this Upperman offense, Jeremy? Averaging over 44 points per game. And here's Bronsden Chaffin's stats against Stone, DeKalb County, and Livingston Academy. He's completed 27 of 30 passes. That's 90%. For 595 yards and 6 touchdowns. He's run for 220 yards and 5 touchdowns. That's in just 3 games. If White County's streak of not allowing 2 touchdowns more than 2 touchdowns in a game continues tonight, the White County Warriors are going to win the football game. Hallie Gunlock caught up with both head coaches. Hallie, what did they have to say? You're somewhere down there in the darkness because they're about to have the bee walk.
I'll start with Coach Foster for Sparta since I caught with him first. Of course, he kept it kind of short. He said this is a great atmosphere. Upper Cumberland football is like no other region in the country, is how he worded it. And I completely agree with that. You see how many people showed out tonight. And he's not nervous. He said this just makes it a lot better to play here. They need 11 guys to show up on offense and defense tonight to secure the win. On the opposite side, Coach Kane for Upperman said about the same. It's a great atmosphere. Of course, he said he'd be lying if he said he wasn't just a little bit nervous before every game. And that's true. It's a big game. And he said the same. They got to show up tonight. Got to slow down the run offense. That's their main key for tonight. And he thinks that they can secure the win. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Hallie. And to that point, talk about this Upperman defense. It has been very good this season statistically, but, and that's a big but, allowing 16 points per game, White County allowing just 10. Think about the last few big games for the Bees. What's been uncharacteristic, the run defense, very porous. Macon County last year in the third round. Greenville on the road this year. Beach this year. White County and their fan base certainly believes, Jeremy, that that's the formula to give them problems. The question will be, without that balance, and can they get some tonight? Tucker Pinion's been playing really well at the quarterback position. Eli Smith on the outside, Bryson Hogg as well. There's going to be a time where White County has to have a big pass in this game tonight. Can they get it out of their junior quarterback?
Yeah, and I was going to say that, and I think that's true on both sides. I do feel as though both defenses are going to give run stuff, and they're going to give problems to the opposing offenses trying to run the football. Where the separator is going to be tonight are turnovers and big pass plays. And both teams need to produce turnovers. Both teams need to hit passes downfield. And the one that does that the most is going to win.
You can feel the excitement in the air when we come back. It'll be time for a kickoff in a pivotal Region 4-4A matchup. First place is on the line. Coverage is presented by Mayberry's Furniture and Gentry's Power Equipment, and you're watching it on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Mayberry's Furniture has been family-owned and operated since 1946 and is now serving the Upper Cumberland with locations in both Crossville and Cookeville, offering the largest array of solid wood furniture and mattresses in the area. They also provide a best price guarantee and in-house service and delivery. Stop into their 15,000 square foot showroom at 1020 South Willow Avenue in Cookeville to see their selection of Amish solid wood, flex steel, Tempur-Pedic, Sealy Posturepedic, and much more today. Mayberry's Furniture. Game of the Week on the UCR Media Network. Modern Roofing Group is an Owens Corning preferred contractor, and they're proud to bring that reputation and recognition to the Upper Cumberland. Their customer service and craftsmanship are second to none. Get comfort that your roof will stand up to the storms by calling 931-400-8788 and get an estimate on a new roof today. That's 931-400-8788. 100% financing is available. Modern Roofing Group is proud to stand behind their work with a 10-year workmanship guarantee. Mayberry's Furniture has been family-owned and operated since 1946 and is now serving the Upper Cumberland with locations in both Crossville and Cookeville, offering the largest array of solid wood furniture and mattresses in the area. They also provide a best price guarantee and in-house service and delivery. Stop into their 15,000 square foot showroom at 1020 South Willow Avenue in Cookeville to see their selection of Amish solid wood, flex steel, Tempur-Pedic, Sealy Posturepedic, and much more today. Mayberry's Furniture is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the high school football Game of the Week on the UCR Media Network. The Crouch team with Islands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this 3-bed, 2-bathroom home within Sparta city limits. This home has hardwood flooring, a 1-car garage, and a screened-in deck. For more information, visit chadandamycrouch.com or call 931-979-1191. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
The John Deere 5E is built for our way of life, and it's backed by Tri-Green Equipment's tried and true support. So stop by your local Tri-Green Equipment store to take advantage of financing as low as 0% APR this fall. Mowing, cleaning, hauling, whatever is on your to-do list, TriGreen has a John Deere tractor built to handle it all with ease. Whether you're tending the land or tackling weekend projects, this is a season to get things done. Visit us online at TriGreen.com to see how affordable a John Deere.
Upperman won the coin toss. They deferred the choice to the second half, so the White County Warriors in their potent ground and pound attack will receive first place in Region 4-4A. The best from 4A region in the state of Tennessee over the past couple of seasons is on the line tonight. The Warriors on the road, in their road white jerseys and pants, maroon numbers and letters with gray accents. Upperman, their home black jerseys, white pants, gold numbers and letters, white helmets for the Bees, maroon helmets for the Warriors. I'm Noel McKay. That's Jeremy Tollis and Hallie Gunlock here. She's handling the scoreboard during the game. Coach Michael Dodgen will be reporting during the game from the sidelines. The lovely Madison McKay producing things. Mayberry's Furniture. We're about to get a recliner from there. You should go and get one as well. They're sweet, trust me, both in Crossville and in Cookville.
Hey, Noah.
Yes.
If we have Hallie and Dodgen on a game, it's a big game.
It is, and it certainly is a big game tonight. You can feel the excitement in the air. Number 1 versus number 3 in the UC Top 5. 2 top 10 teams in the state in the Tennessee Sports Writers Association poll. Upperman can win the region tonight. White County can put themselves all alone in first place with a chance to win next week to win Region 4-4A. If White County wins tonight, next week's Stone Sparta game gets interesting in different ways.
Oh, yeah.
A lot will be on the line there. We sure are happy to be along with you on the main UCR Facebook page, YouTube channel, Hub Plus Roku app, 106.1 The Eagle, NFHS Network, Carrier Pigeon. Everywhere else, wherever you are, we hope you're having a great Friday night. We're going to have some fun tonight. Let's get it on in Region 4-4A. Pooch kick for Austin Roberts. Fair catch called for a collision, but it is made. A pretty good kick for Roberts, and that's an adjustment the Bees have made after struggling in the special teams against Greenville and Beach, trying to pin them back as far as you can without giving up a return.
Yeah, and what we want to see here, if you're a White County fan, is you want to use as much clock as you can. If you have a 15-play drive and you put 7 on the board, there's no better scenario than that. And obviously Upperman wants to stop the run. They've got the A and B gap. They've got to close it up.
Cole Sims, 1,300 yards this season. He's in the backfield with the junior quarterback Tucker Pinion. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Tucker has his 2 claps, takes the snap, gives to Cole Sims. Hit immediately and dropped. Nothing doing. Shooting around is Kobe Justice. And here's a name you need to remember. Andrew Bohan on a team full of stars. How about 8 tackles for loss and 5 sacks this season to go along with 47 tackles for Bohan?
What's funny about Bohan is this may be the 4th game we've had for Upperman, and every time there's a big defensive play, it's Bohan.
He's in there indeed. He's been starting for 3 years for the Bees. Interesting first play. Run up the middle, nothing doing. Sparta has to establish the run this evening. 2 to the right, 1 to the left for Pinion. 2nd and 10. Has a bobbled snap. Going to give again to Sims. This time a bigger hole. He rumbles through it, lowers the shoulder. Would have pin on the spot. Think
Close.
He's got it. Sure looks like he's got it. Waiting on the signal, and there it is. It will be the first Gary Maxwell Insurance and Turner Roofing first down of the game for White County.
Couldn't tell if that was a bad snap or an intended snap to Sims to be able to hit the hole just a little bit faster.
We're live 3 games across the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network, all big region games. On UCR 4 tonight, Cookville and Mount Juliet. On UCR 2, Macon County Livingston Academy. 3 receivers set for the Warriors, 1st and 10 from their own 45. Hand off to Sims again. He's hit immediately, finishes forward. A couple of yards after contact for Cole Sims. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And again, if you're White County, take contact, lean forward, 2, 3, 4 yards a run, they'll take that all night long.
They got that 10-yard run. That's important to see. They're going to have to churn away. White County's MO, 15, 16-play drive. They are content to punt and play defense when they don't convert. How will that change? Will it change at all against an offense like Upperman's, especially knowing White County has so much trust in their defense? We are 1 minute and 50 seconds into the ball game, and with 13 seconds on the play clock, Tucker Pinion breaks huddle. Same formation, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. He's got JoJo Dowell offset, and here he'll come in motion. He bubbles behind, play fake, triple option for Tucker Pinion, pitches it out to Dowell, room to run as he lowers the boom and then is blasted backwards. Not sure where they're going to get forward progress here. I think it's a first down, and it is. A Turner Roofing and Gary Maxwell Insurance first down triple option for the Warriors.
Felt like Nebraska, about 1997.
And something we expect White County to do tonight from talking to the coaches, open up the playbook in the run game. A lot of jet motion. You just saw that there. Option plays, Wildcat, to be multiple in the run game tonight.
And one thing White County's done sometimes is bring bigs. You know, you just never know who they're going to bring in to run the football.
Upperman's first drive defense this year has not been good, giving up a lot of touchdowns early in ball games. White County trying to capitalize. Another high snap, speed option play, Pinion stutter steps, and just makes the wise decision. The junior quarterback tucks forward for a gain of 3.
No, great decision there for Pinion. It wasn't open like he was looking for. Smart heads-up play. You pitch that ball, could be disastrous.
2nd and 7 here on the Upperman 42-yard line. If you're listening on 106.1 The Eagle, the Warriors are working left to right on your radio dial. 3-3 stack defense for the Bees. They've flirted with some 4-4 stuff with even a 5 down front at times. But these are the 3 they're most confident in. With Israel Alvarez manning the middle, he did not play against Beecher the last 3 quarters against Greenville. He is in there tonight in the middle of that defense. Dowell comes in motion again. Yes, it is a play fake. And this time Tucker Pinn will be wrapped up and slung down. Jeremy, who got him? It's Andrew Bohan again.
That name, get ready. You're going to hear that name a lot tonight.
3rd tackle for Bohan, 3rd and 7. A little bit of no man's land, though, so White County knows they probably got 2 downs to try and get this.
Something to keep an eye on there, guys, too, is nobody went with Dow right there on the sweep.
3rd down. And 6 upcoming here for the Warriors. They're on the 41-yard line. Couple of big runs, one for JoJo Dowell for 10 yards, one for Cole Sims for 10 yards. And now we will see the pistol set with Sims behind. 2 on the play clock. Got to go. High snap. It's on the ground. Pinion going to pick it up. Is the play dead? It is. They whistled it dead. And this is actually a good thing for White County as the 5-yard penalty gives them 3rd down again. They'll back them up 5 yards and make it 3rd and 11.
Yeah, almost disastrous there for White County.
And Coach Dodgen, you've seen all these White County games. The snaps have been an issue for White County this season.
Well, it's the snaps, too. And yes, you're trying to run time off the play clock, and it's getting down to where they're getting to 3 and 2, and you start rushing a little bit, and that generates where the snaps haven't been the best.
3rd and 11 here, 7:29. They are draining the clock. This is what White County wants to do. The second part of that is finish it with points. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. 4 receivers set here for White County. Trying to spread out the defense. Pinion takes the snap, dropping back to pass. Quarterback draw up the middle. He's hit. Ball pops into the air, and it's recovered by the Bees. Carmine Phillips put his helmet on the football, and coming out with it was Kobe Justice. And Upperman's defense forces the game's first turnover.
Yeah, unfortunately for White County there. Now, I'll tell you, we talked about the recipe for White County to win the football game tonight. Turnovers. That's pouring salt in the recipe, okay? They cannot afford too many turnovers tonight.
And here comes Bronsden Chaffin, Mr. Football candidate without question, maybe the favorite as we sit in late October. He's got Carmine Phillips on his left, and look at big Colton Johnson along the line of scrimmage. 4 down front for the Warriors. Takes the snap, going to play fake, keep it himself. Up the middle, there goes Chaffin. Lowers the boom, finishes forward. A gain of about 10. They're signaling, and it is a Baxter Pharmacy and Gary Maxwell Insurance first down.
Yeah, and, obviously Upperman wants to establish the run, but if they feel like they can throw something deep downfield, they're going to take their shots.
Game 97 for Adam Kane. One thing we've learned early, he wants to play his base defense, and he wants to play his base offense and see what it looks like.
Absolutely. You
saw that there. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Gunner blocked the wide receiver to the right. Johnson's in the slot. 1st and 10 from the 46. Snap taken, play fake. Chaffin rolls to his right. He finds Tate Porath wide open at the 45. Porath stutter steps. He's got the first down and more. A gain of 14 on a Baxter Pharmacy and Gary Maxwell Insurance first down. Little leak out for Tate Porath. He blocked, let his man go, and nobody was covering him in the flat.
One thing White County has to do is get some penetration. You've got to stress this Upperman offense a little bit. You can't let them be on script and get 8, 10, 12 yards a chunk.
Gain of 13 amongst all those weapons we talked about. We didn't mention Tate Porath. He's playing that fullback position. Of course, no Walter Kane, injured on the first play of the season. Porath filling that role. Two to the left, one to the right. Chaffin takes the snap, stretches, play fake, fires to Fitz, and Fitz became a DB. Throw was way off the mark. JoJo Dowell almost had him a pick. Instead, it falls harmlessly to a good field here. It typically gets a little beat up. They've only played 2 home games, so still a lot of grass out there in October. It's 2nd and 10.
A little bit better placed ball there, and they're right on track. I'll tell you. And Fitz has the speed to potentially split those defenders. Yeah. I mean, he catches the ball, it could be 6, but good play call. It was there. Chaffin just couldn't get it there.
The Warrior Marching Band, which is among this state's best, is rocking on the other side of this stadium. Trips to the left for Chaffin, all alone in the backfield. Chaffin takes the snap, looks left. Now he's going to run up the middle. It's well defended. Chaffin still on his feet somehow. Bronston Chaffin got through every Warrior, pushes forward on a gain of 12. He was hit at the line of scrimmage, gets all the way to the 21, and it's a Gary Maxwell Insurance and Baxter Pharmacy first down.
We noticed this Saturday night with the Tennessee Vols. Another thing that's going to not bode well for White County tonight is missed tackles. You know, if you've got Chaffin wrapped up, you've got to bring him down. And I'll tell you, he is so tough to tackle with just 1 or 2 defenders.
We're in the Upper Cumberland Generators broadcast booth. 5:47 to play in the first quarter. Upperman forced a fumble on the first drive. This is their first offensive drive of the game. White County's potent defense trying to bow up here in the high red zone. Bronston Chaffin in the backfield, got Fitzpatrick on his left. Takes the snap, has time, fires left downfield. Contested grab, and the catch is made. Carmine Phillips with Hogg right on him, but Carmine Phillips wins the fight. It's a Gary Maxwell Insurance and Baxter Pharmacy first down. Into the Turner Roofing red zone, 1st and goal for the Bees.
Other than the little pass to Porath in the flat, you've got one fantastic throw and one throw off target, and that shows you how strong and how accurate Chaffin can be.
And now you see how the Bees bring their plays in. They want to save Bronston Chaffin's legs, so a different receiver or back brings it in on every play. 5:14 and counting to go in the first quarter. First drive of the game for Upperman, 1st and goal from the 3. Make it the 2. Chaffin takes the snap, keeper the whole way, and he slides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Upperman. A fast start for the Bees on their home field as Bronston Chaffin slides in for 6.
If you're White County, obviously you want to put up a little more resistance than that. The script that Upperman has came out with was super successful on that first drive. They've got to find something to stop this run game, this quarterback run game.
Austin Roberts on for the extra point. Gunner block to hold. Sparta's special teams this year have been sensational as Roberts' kick is up, and Roberts' kick is good. 5:01 to go in the first quarter, 7-0 Bees. It's the high school football game of the week presented by Mayberry's Furniture and Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and get your vehicle serviced by their highly trained professionals. Right now, you can save money on oil changes, regular maintenance, and battery installation. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network.
Six plays, 56 yards in 2 minutes and 6 seconds, and Upperman leads 7-0 after forcing a turnover on the opening drive of the football game. We're in the Upper Cumberland Generators broadcast booth. I'm Noah, that's Jeremy. Coach Dodgen on the sidelines. White County going to have an answer. They had a long drive, and it ended empty-handed, and Upperman took no time going right down the field as Roberts jogs up. A little bit more of a driven kick this time. It lands in front of Dowell, bounces off his ankle. Dowell now going to pick it up, trying to make something happen, weaving through traffic, and that one was doomed from the start. Brought down at the 21-yard line, where it will be 1st and 10 for Tucker Pinion, Cole Sims, and the offense, and I wonder how long it'll take to get in some of that wildcat look with Lex Winfrey at fullback.
Yeah, Dow thought that the up back was going to drift back and catch that ball. White County is not built to play from behind too far, okay? And they have got to get a sustained drive and put points on the board.
Trailed 7-0 against Macon County, ultimately came back to win that game. You don't want to get down big on the road. Of course, that game was at home on D. Harris Field. Sims in the backfield with Pinion, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Junior quarterback calls for the snap. He has it. Gives to Sims. Hit immediately. Breaks 1 tackle as he gets away from Porath and then down after a gain of a couple.
You know, Johnson didn't make the tackle there, but he created the play, the blitz, and forced Sims just to probably not pick the hole he wanted and just blew the play up.
Give him 3 on the play, make it 2nd and 7 here for White County, and they drain the play clock down to virtually 0 every snap the last drive. A little bit quicker breaking the huddle here, but they want to drain the clock. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Sims in the backfield with Pinion. Upperman brings pressure up the middle. Sims tries to get away. He breaks 1 tackle, and then the cavalry arrives, and he's put down. Maybe half a yard on the play. Jude Fitzpatrick and Colton Johnson leads the team by a mile in tackles. How about 93 for the future college football player?
Johnson's got 93 tackles.
95 now after that one.
Oh, my goodness. And again, him blitzing blew the play up from a different spot.
3rd and 6, and that's the question. Is that the difference between Greenville and Beach? They could hit a big pass. They had those 5-star athletes on the outside. White County's going to have to air it out at some point because Upperman is teeing off on the run. Or they'll just pop a long one. That's what they're hoping for. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Press man coverage, Hogg versus Fitz. Pinion is going to drop back to pass. Eyes downfield. Here comes the pressure. Steps up. He's hit and he's sacked. Colton Johnson and Andrew Bohan with the sack. Flag is down on the play. I believe it's a hold on the left side of the Sparta offensive line.
Correct, Noah. It will be a hold on Sparta.
And that will be declined. Bohan and Johnson, the 1-2 punch for the Bees, get through. And it's 4th and a mile now for White County.
And this just, obviously isn't the position that White County wants to be in. And you kick the ball back to Upperman. You just can't get down 2 scores to this Upperman team, especially this early in the game.
JoJo Dow has had a really good year punting the football. He's got Carmine Phillips standing at midfield to receive. Bees lead 7-0. They just forced a 3 and out late in the first quarter. Dowell has a good chest-high snap, puts his right foot into it, a great punt. Phillips going to let it bounce, takes a horizontal hop, and will trickle to a stop at the 48-yard line. We're to be 1st and 10 for the Upperman offense here. Had 1 play that didn't do what they wanted on the first drive.
And it was there.
Here they come again.
Just a little bit, the throw was just a little off. And I know the game's early, but it is siren, blue light warning right now for White County. They have to get a little more resistance.
Carmine Phillips in the backfield. 3 receivers going to be bunched out to the right. It's Johnson, Pitts, and Block. Chaffin surveys the front for White County. From the 48-yard line has the snap. Quarterback keeper around the left side, trying to stretch it. Breaks 1 tackle, now puts his foot in the ground. He'll be wrestled down as he passes midfield. Good job stringing it out by the Sparta defense, and the first time we'll get to say the name of Mark Spedding, the senior linebacker who gets him down. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
Just like you said, Noah, White County defended that play about as good as you can, and then Chaffin falls forward for a 4-yard gain. It's just demoralizing.
Every bit the 6'4" that he's listed at. Colton Johnson over on the right side, he's 6'5". 2nd and 6 here for the Bees, same formation we just saw.
Johnson's covered up.
He is. That's an illegal formation. See if they call it. They do not. Hand off to Phillips. He's popped immediately and taken down. And a little bit of extracurriculars by Eli Smith, who's having a great season. Gain of a half yard. Big 3rd and 6 for this Sparta defense as they try to get off the field.
Yeah, we talked about Johnson being covered up on that play. So if he is, you're going to see a run, or you're going to see some quick pass to the back there so Johnson can block for him.
3rd down and 6 here, a long 6 for Upperman. That was the best play defensively of the game as Smith blew up the run. And now the band really rocking for the Warriors. Chaffin calls for the snap, drops back, and there was early movement. Fitz made the catch, but this one's coming back. Left side of the line, jumped early for Upperman. It's going to turn a 3rd and 6 into 3rd and 11. 53 seconds to go in the first quarter. Upperman leads 7-0. Huge opportunity for White County to get off the field.
And Noah, right here, you still got White County that's lived on getting pressure on the quarterback, and they've not been close yet.
Well, Lex Winfrey and Hunter Broyles, we mentioned earlier, combined 10 sacks for those two this season, and they have not faced teams that throw it a ton. That is an impressive number.
Look for Colton Johnson here.
4 receivers set for the Bees. Chaffin surveys, now has the snap, drops back. Here comes pressure, steps up in the pocket. He's going to run this thing to the 50. Chaffin to the 45. Chaffin lowers the shoulder to the 41-yard line and down. Bronston Chaffin needed 11. He got 13. It's a Gary Maxwell Insurance and Baxter Pharmacy first down.
And if you're White County, it's a design pass, and you cover it really well. But unfortunately, you had to drop so many in coverage that the quarterback just runs underneath you.
And the only person you can spy there is the middle linebacker. He comes on a blitz, and it opened up the middle of the field for Chaffin. 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. They do not have to snap it again, and that's exactly what Bronston Chaffin just looked at his coach and said, and he will hold up a hand to him. That'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. Upperman's lead is 7-0. This is the high school football game of the week presented by Mayberry's Furniture and Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Tee Up is the Upper Cumberland's best indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art golf simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. Want to know where you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. They also have plenty of other games to enjoy time with friends. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
The Quality Family, a local company supporting and caring for our local communities. The Quality Family offers services to get you back to the game. From bracing to oxygen and everything in between, we can meet your medical equipment needs with Buckeye Home Medical Equipment. If you have an in-home need for strength and conditioning, for example after a surgery or injury, Quality Home Health is available to provide individualized care while you are on the mend. For those with end-of-life diseases, Quality Hospice is available to provide nurturing care during those difficult times. Choose the Quality family of services for care within your community. Visit thequalityfamily.com to navigate all.
Welcome back. Upperman with a 7-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10 Bs as Bronston Chaffin takes the snap. Rolls to his right. Eyes downfield. Throws across his body into the breadbasket. It's Colton Johnson to the 5-yard line. Just short. They say he stepped out at the 6. Chaffin across his body on a rope. Right to Colton Johnson for a Gary Maxwell Insurance and Baxter Pharmacy first down. Catch number 30 of the season for Colton Johnson.
Yeah, and, the play with the false start, I really felt like they were going to go to Colton Johnson there as well. It's just a matchup nightmare trying to guard a 6'5" tight end that lines up out in the slot.
Bronston Chaffin has 64 yards through the air now in that first quarter. Carmine Phillips had 1 catch for 18 yards. Tate Porath had 1 for 13. For Sparta offensively, 26 yards. Snap taken here. Handoff to Carmine Phillips. Across left guard. Big pile up in there. Bryson Hogg pushing him back. First one in there. Gain of maybe a half yard. Now a little extracurriculars. It's a big region game tonight. They're wearing pads. Everybody's okay. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
And Noah, interest on the sidelines of White County. Eli Smith over here being checked out. Came out on that hit that he had on the outside and a little hamstring issue.
A couple of scores on the Turner Roofing scoreboard. Making County strikes first. They lead 7-0 late in the first quarter against Livingston. That's live on UCR2. End of 1 in Wilson County. A huge win in Region 4 6A. Cookeville, Mount Juliet tied up at 0. Chaffin sends 3 receivers to the left. A lot of times this is quarterback keeper. We'll see if it is on 2nd and goal. Has the snap. It sure is. Quarterback draw. He bounces around to the 5-yard line and driven down at the 2 Another play that's well defended, but Bronston Chaffin's big frame gets a few extra yards.
Yeah, and, obviously Coach Foster knows what's coming there. And, again, you just can't seem to bottle it up and tackle Chaffin for a loss.
3rd and goal from the 2-yard line in what is undoubtedly 4-down territory for the Upperman Bees. As Gunner Block, late runner off the field. It's going to be a tight set here. Fits the lone wideout. Chaffin with Phillips on his right. Big boy football here. Bronston Chaffin keeping it all the way. Pushes forward, and he's on his feet into the end zone. Touchdown, Upperman. Big Bronston Chaffin for the 2nd time tonight, and it's 13-0. Right down the field goes the Upperman offense. They convert a 3rd and 11, and they never look back. And it's on the legs of Bronston Chaffin with a big assist to the arm of Bronston Chaffin. The big play to Colton Johnson set him up. Austin Roberts on for the extra point block to hold. Snap, set, hold is good. The kick is spinning, and it is good. 10-11 to go in the first half, 14-0, guys. Sparta has not allowed more than 2 scores in a game this season. They've allowed 2 scores on the first 2 drives to the Upperman offense.
2 drives, one 52 yards, one, 64 yards, and just not a whole lot of resistance yet from the White County defense. And we've talked about just how balanced. You've got a balanced offense with a 6'4" quarterback that can run. He's fast, and he can run you over. It is so difficult to defend, and how you beat Upperman, you control the run and you outscore them. They're going to score their points, but you have to be able to match their scores, and up to this point, White County's just not been able to do that.
2 first downs on their first drive, then the fumble on 3rd down, and then the last drive, 3 and out, went backwards. Something's got to change in a hurry here for White County if they want to make this a competitive game. Nobody's made it competitive in the Upper Cumberland. We went through it. It's been running clocks against everybody in the UC against this Bees team. White County felt like they were maybe the team to change it. They're going to have to do something in a hurry to do so. As Roberts puts his right foot into it. Hogg under it at the 21-yard line where he makes the catch. Bryson Hogg to the 30. He's hit, pinballs off a couple of tacklers, and finished off at the 41-yard line. Good return for Bryson Hogg. See if that sparks something as William Shea, the first one in there on the stop. Liam Schaefer, first one in there on the stop.
And, guys, you're up top on field level. It just looks like right now that you got a team on the defensive side of the football right now that's just confident at another level, and it's feeding on every play that they have.
And, Coach, you can see it down there. People don't realize how big this Upperman team is, wire to wire. This is a large football team. White County's big, and Upperman looks like they may be even a little bit bigger. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Sparta looking for a spark. Cole Sims in the backfield with Pinion. Here comes pressure up the middle. Hand off to Sims. Hit immediately, wrapped up, and crunched. The Bees send everybody, and they get home. First one in there, Jude Fitzpatrick. It'll be a loss of a yard. Back on the 40-yard line. Hey, we're just getting started tonight. Great games everywhere. Friday Night End Zone show is going to be bouncing later on, presented by Rico. Then tomorrow, we've got Tech football on 106.1 The Eagle, big one for the Golden Eagles.
Game.
Homecoming. They welcome in SEMO, historical powerhouse in the OVC, coming to town. That's a noon kickoff. 5 receivers set here, opening it up for Tucker Pinion. Adam Kane doesn't like it. I think it's the latest all year. He's waited to burn his first time out in the first half as he'll burn his first.
He does not take any home with him. It cracks me up every time we have them.
The Puckered Shrimp is your one-stop shop for fresh and delicious seafood with options including Dungeness crab, lobster, peel, easy peel shrimp, sausage, potatoes, and more. The Puckered Shrimp has whatever you need to satisfy your seafood cravings. Follow them on Facebook. See up to date on where they will be next. Mention what's coming up later on tonight. Monday, District 7 AAA Basketball Media Day, presented by us, live from Fire and Vine. We're going to be joined at 10 a.m. Every coach in District 7 AAA, including Coach Dodgen. 2 to 3 players from every team, boys and girls. You're going to get your first look at just the powerhouse district. That is District 7 AAA.
You know what's funny? We talk about this football region, and then you back it right back up with the basketball region. And listen, as an official for years, there's no better basketball or football to referee than the matchups of this district playing each other.
Score update on the Turner Roofing scoreboard. Cookeville strikes first with a field goal. 3-0 Cavs at Mount Juliet tonight. 2nd and 11 out of the timeout, and now we see the Maryland Eye. We were wondering when it would come out. Lex Winfrey's in the backfield. JoJo Dowell's back there. Cole Sims is back there. Turn and hand off. Sims up the middle. He's hit immediately, trying to get forward. A good finish to the run on a gain of about 3.5, 4 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 7 here, though, for White County.
Yeah, and good for White County to try to mix it up, to try to find something, to try to find some creases in this Upperman defensive line, because they have not been able to find, except for the 1 10-yard run by Sims, they've not been able to find that yet.
3rd and 7. If you get 3 or 4, if you're Coach Foster, you're probably going to go for it, down 14-0 on the road. Winfrey stays in the game. Here's the order. Pinion, Winfrey, Sims, Dowell. Under center is Pinion. Takes the snap. He bobbles it. It's a broken play. He's wrapped up, tries to pitch it. The ball's loose. White County has it. They say he's down.
Said he was down.
Disaster. Another snap that pops up. That was under center, though. Pinion just couldn't keep it. And no choice now on 4th and 8. White County's got to punt it away.
It's just unfortunate there for Pinion that as he turns to hand the ball off, he bobbles the ball, and it just kills the timing of the play.
Dowell back to punt this one. Carmine Phillips goes back to his own 25-yard line. Will you see a fake tonight? Dowell's got lots of speed. Has a snap, bobbles, now possesses, spins this kick away. Phillips is under it, makes the reception at the 26, tries to get away, and Bryson Hogg says, get over here. Big tackle for Hogg. 1st and 10, Upperman back on their own 24-yard line. Worst starting field position for them in this game. It's been easy so far. They're trying to end that streak that we've been talking about for White County right here, right now. See what kind of adjustments that the very bright defensive mind that is David Foster can come up with here.
And again, I mean, obviously this is the drive of the game for both teams. It's either hero or zero, because if you get down, in my brain, I felt like if Upperman gets to 21 points, they have the huge advantage in this game, and we're almost there.
7:50 to go right now here in this first half. Upperman with their 3rd drive, leading 14-0. Chaffin in the gun, 2 receivers set. Takes the snap, going to give to Phillips up the middle. Big hole. Carmine Phillips puts his foot in the ground and takes off. Ridden down after a gain of 15 yards. It's a Gary Maxwell Insurance and Baxter Pharmacy first down.
And we talk about the Upperman balance, but they have done a fantastic job of mixing inside, outside, quick pass. I don't know that they have to at this point. Normally this is where you would see Upperman try to take a shot, but right now their base offense is getting positive yardage. There's no reason to get out of it.
The play sheet for Adam Kane, he said, is about 4 times as long this year as it has been in recent years, his entire really head coaching career, because of all the weapons and that quarterback that he has. And look at Chaffin. He's checking at the line. He's in complete command. 1st and 10, has the snap. Tosses outside to Phillips. Carmine Phillips accelerates again. Taken down after a gain of 8. And maybe another testament to the depth of this team, that Carmine Phillips is sometimes forgotten about. A 4-year starter, rapidly approaching 1,000 all-purpose yards this season.
And Noah, you guys up there, that block right there by number 21 on the outside opened up. Already Phillips was 5 yards down the field, but it allowed him to get about 10 more.
Tate Porath on the block on the outside. 2 to the right for Chaffin. 2nd and 2 for the Bees. 6:35 to go in the second quarter. Snap taken. Play fake. Rolling left. Flag is down. Chaffin off his back foot. Elijah Fitz is wide open. It's coming back, but that's ridiculous. 45 yards in the air for a touchdown, but again, a flag is down.
I couldn't tell if that was an illegal formation or if someone may have moved that was off the ball, moved toward the line of scrimmage.
Fitz ran wide open down the field.
Maybe a touchdown, maybe a sideline warning.
It is a sideline warning. Touchdown, Upperman. Bronston Chaffin to Elijah Fitz off his back foot. Another perfect ball by the senior quarterback, and it is all Bees.
Guys, you remember a couple years ago, it was 21-0, same spot. And we talked about how dominant Upperman was in the first half, but there's no breaks on this one right now.
All Upperman now, 20-0. Apologies on the call. It was an immediate flag. It was a touchdown for Elijah Fitz. Another long catch, and he may be the best deep ball thrower in the state of Tennessee. Blocked to hold, Roberts to kick. Snap, set, kick is up, and the kick is good. 6:23 to go in the first half. I don't know what to say right now, Jeremy Tollison.
Well, it's unfortunate for White County that you've prepared. Listen, White County has had a fantastic season. They're a fantastic football team, and they knew that they could come in here and be competitive, but it's just not played out. They practiced hard all week. They had a great week of practice, and then all of a sudden they step in here and unfortunately can't just find success on things they thought they could be successful with.
Game's not over. We got a lot of football to play, but the streak is over. Upperman scored 3 touchdowns in a quarter and a half. 3 for 3. Trying to wrap up Region 4 4A tonight.
And, guys, you remember last week we brought up coming off bye weeks in the Cookeville-Farragut game. Both teams coming off bye weeks, and both teams started extremely slow. You don't see that coming from the Upperman side right now. They've picked up where they left off, the past 8 weeks coming into this game.
William Shea on to kick this one. Jeremy, we have the luxury of being around Tech's football program right now and seeing how they Ronsden Chapin acts like a college football player. Look at him right now. 21-0. He's on the tablet, trying to see the adjustments that need to be made. He's in complete command of this offense as Shea line drive kicks this one deep. Dowell fields it on a hop at the 15-yard line. JoJo Dowell trying to flip the script. Turns the corner of the right side. Dowell with a big stiff arm at the 35-yard line to the 40, where he's cut down at the 42-yard line. Good field position again, about where they started their last drive as White County's trying to get something rolling here.
And if you're White County, all you can do is just get the lunch pail out again. They do what they do. They've got to just find some way to establish the run, and they just don't have the balance to be able to do anything different. They have to run the football, stop the run, and try to get back in this game.
Two to the left, one to the right. Dowell comes in motion. Now another slow snap, handoff to Sims. He's hit immediately and dropped. Colton Johnson finishes it off. Jamie, I'll give you one guess, the first one in there defensively.
Johnson or Porath?
Andrew Bohan.
Bohan, I'm sorry. I said the wrong name, but you knew I knew where you were going. 2nd
and 9 here, and that longest play of the game right now for White County. 2 runs of 10 yards back on the first drive. It has been rough sledding here recently. 2nd and 9. They're going to bleed the play clock down, probably. 5:35 to go in the second quarter. It's 21-0 Bees.
And let's remember, Upperman won and deferred as well.
One receiver each way. Dowell comes in motion again behind Pinion. High snap, handoff to Sims. Left side, hit and dropped. Maybe got a yard. 3rd and 8 upcoming here for White County. Alvarez in there defensively. Johnson in there defensively. Remember, Israel Alvarez, he's right at that nose tackle spot. Did not play against Beach. Did not play against Greenville after the first couple of drives. He's probably, next to Bohan, their best run-stopping defensive lineman. You've seen the impact he's made so far. 3rd and 7 here for White County.
And White County, they're going to have to try to attack the ball downfield a little bit more if they can't get this run game going.
2 to the right, 2 to the left, 4 receivers set here for White County. Pinion. Hard counts, has the snap, drops back. Here comes pressure, steps up, fires, incomplete. Trying to fit it in the tightest of windows. Fitz and Phillips there defensively. He was looking for Hogg, and here comes the punting unit again for White County.
Just in a bad spot. If you're White County here, you obviously want to be aggressive. You're just in a bad spot.
It's a mismatch. It's what we've seen
so far.
It's what we've seen in every game up here in the region so far. Dowell to kick it away. Fields the snap on his knee. Was he down?
They did not call him
They say
down.
he was not down. Phillips calls for him, makes a fair catch. And it'll put Upperman back at the 26-yard line.
The knee was close. Not sure if he was down or not. Huge break for White County not to give the short field to Upperman.
If he was 2 inches off the ground, I'd have no clue. I'm telling you. They
And
got a better feel than we did.
Guys, Coach Kane was immediately asking the official if he was down, immediately as soon as the kick went down.
Well, for the record, I mean, if it was 2 inches or 8 inches, Coach Kane's going, oh, hold up, was he down?
1st and 10 for the Bees. They're 3 for 3 so far. Still 4:25 to go in the first half. They lead 21-0. Bronzedon Chaffin has a passing touchdown, 2 running touchdowns. Upperman has 189 yards of offense. Both teams have run 16 plays, and Upperman has 158 more yards of offense. 2 to the right, 1 to the left for Chaffin. Calls for the snap. Play fake again. Looking left, fires. Oh, my goodness. Threw it to Gunner Block out of the sidearm.
That was the old Patrick Mahomes sidearm, wasn't it?
It's a Gary Maxwell Insurance and Baxter Pharmacy first down, and that's ridiculous. Now he's showing off. 1st and 10 for the Bees.
You talk about how pretty of a deep ball he throws, but when you can change your arm slot like that to fit the ball into a different window on a slant, it's unfair.
1st and 10 here. I don't even think he had to do it. Snap taken, play fake again. Chaffin looking deep. Here comes the pressure, and now he's going to tuck it and run. Chaffin to the 45. Chaffin cut down at the 50. He got 11. First time tonight, and now a little extracurriculars as Chaffin's helped back up to his feet. First time tonight, Sparta's gotten home up front, and Chaffin just won the race and now gives the 2-finger point on a Gary Maxwell Insurance and Baxter Pharmacy first down.
Great open field tackle, or that could have been an additional 20 yards.
Yeah, he went to weave and try to go left. 1st and 10 from the 50-yard line for the Bees. Chaffin now at 59 yards rushing on 8 carries. He's accounted for 189 yards of offense in the first half alone. Trips right. Nobody to the left. 3:22 to go in the first half. Chaffin all alone in the backfield, brings Phillips across, takes the snap, play fake around the right side. Chaffin breaks a couple of tackles to the 50, and now will be escorted out of bounds and wrestled down at about the 47-yard line. Gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And unfortunately for White County, this crowd's quiet.
That's what I was about to say, guys.
I
It's
can't
like
get over how
eerily
quiet
it is.
We talk about how it was a big fight for you earlier. Everybody's jacked up. Silent.
It's unfortunate that I think everybody in the stadium feels like this game's over.
There's not even yelling a lot. Upperman makes a big
There
play.
is no train horns, though, which is
There's a couple out there that's been quiet. Snap taken, handoff to Carmine Phillips. Up the middle. Again, this time, much better defended. I saw Porath come out. I thought that was Phillips. It wasn't. Lex Winfrey got in there. Brings him down. 3rd down and 6. White County trying to bow up and get a stop here with 2:54 to go in the first half.
And, guys, you keep watching off every snap. The offensive line for Upperman's 2 or 3 yards downfield before somebody gets even in the backfield.
3rd down and 6 here. Block out to the right. 2 receivers to the left as Upperman looks to convert again. They're perfect on 3rd downs tonight. Chaffin alone in the backfield. Will Sparta bring heat? No. Quick hitter, Gunner Block makes the catch. Haven't said his name a lot tonight. He's one of his quarterback's favorite targets. Easy pickings for the Bees on a gain of 8 and another Baxter Pharmacy and Gary Maxwell Insurance first down. It's a great message you just got, Jeremy Dawson. 1st and 10 here for the Bees.
Scott Garrett, that wasn't very nice.
From the 37-yard line. 2:08 and counting to go. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Chaffin all on the backfield. Upperman trying to go 2 for 1 and put it to a running clock early in the second half. That's the situation. Bleeding it down. Chaffin takes the snap, keeping it again. Stutter steps, now accelerates to the 35, and Chaffin darts out of bounds, and it's just really tough to get him on the ground. A gain of 5, it's 2nd and 5.
And we talked about it in the pregame, and we've talked about it early in the game, but Upperman just has so many weapons, and they just kind of do so many different things offensively. It is so hard. It's not like defending Macon County But it's kind of like defending Macon County that you have to account for everybody on the field or they're going to attack your weakness.
They end up spotting it down to the 30-yard line, so it'll be 2nd and 3 here. Trips to the left, one to the right, and Upperman content to bleed it down. 1:47 now. Clock stopped as Chaffin ran out of bounds that last play. Has the snap. Now he's going to fire the screen. Phillips makes the catch. Stutter steps, spins away from a tackler. A flag is down. This one may be coming back. Maybe a hold on the edge there as Fitz and Johnson were blocking. But the last time I assumed a penalty, I was wrong, so we'll wait and see.
It is a hold. Coming from the back judge.
It is a hold. Oh, blocking the back. See? Same penalty, yardage,
Still
but
10
you
yards.
know,
Yeah,
10 yards.
You're right. Now, that back judge, we call him Crash. I don't know why, but his nickname's Crash.
2nd, and that'll back him up 10 yards. So, 2nd time tonight, Upperman's been behind the sticks. It'll be 2nd and 13. Back at the 40-yard line. Score update. Macon County 14, Livingston 0 on UCR 2. That was a couple minutes ago, so it could have changed since then. Trying to keep you updated on the Turner Roofing scoreboard. 2 to the right, 1 to the left for Chaffin. 2nd and 13 has the snap. Drops back, has all day. Looking deep downfield. Fitz has a step. He makes the catch. Touchdown, Upperman. Bronsden Chaffin to Elijah Fitz for the 2nd time. This one from 40 yards out, and it's 27-0.
Well, and what we see, we talk about Upperman's balance again. 2 rushing touchdowns, 2 passing touchdowns. And if you try to commit to stopping the run, they're going to throw it over your head. If you try to drop back to stop the pass, then they're just going to try to bully you and run down your throat. And it's unfortunate that they put White County in a bad spot.
Roberts on for the extra point. Block has the hold down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 1:29 to go in the 2nd quarter. And Upperman leads 28-0. We'll be back in 30 seconds on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Ammonet's Eagle Auction and Realty is proud to present an online-only auction featuring a 218-acre farm with 2 homes. This property is being auctioned off in 12 individual tracts of land and includes a long frontage on Roaring River. You can bid on this auction at eagleauctions.com or call 931-526-5335 for more information. Bidding on this online-only auction ends October 28th at 10 a.m. Ammonet's Eagle Auction and Realty is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Gentry's Power Equipment is your hometown steel dealer located on Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville. Tomorrow morning, you're going to go get a new lawnmower. You're going to break that bad boy out. And then you're going to go and relax in your new recliner that you get from our Game of the Week presenting sponsor.
And you're going to get some
Mayberry's
puckered
Furniture.
shrimp.
I mean, we got your day planned.
That's nice.
I'm telling you.
To watch a Vols victory.
If you want to, it's like, man, we're so out of ideas for date nights, and what should we do? Just see who's advertising with us, and we'll just bring you around the horn. If you want a new house, we got a few of those, too. I'm just telling you, we got you taken care of. Car, Watson Chevy. That's
if you need insurance, who do you call?
Jeremy, normally on Fridays you offend me. I just got offended by Gary Tinsley over here. Said I didn't look as good as Aaron Andrews.
Well, he's correct.
I hate to break you something. I hate to tell you something, Coach. That's accurate.
100% accurate.
Roberts kicks this one away. Cole Sims under it. He bobbles it. It's loose. He picks up. Did he step out? Not yet. Now he'll be escorted out of bounds by Schaefer. It'll be 1st and 10. And what will White County do here? 1:24 to go. They have 3 timeouts. Upperman with 2. Upperman leads 28-0.
What they can't do is somehow give Upperman the ball back.
No. You're exactly right.
You're just caught in that trap of playing it safe or be aggressive, but you cannot turn the ball over right here.
Hey, Raina, I'm getting paid tonight the same either way, so I can just make it so you can't watch anymore if you'd prefer. That'd be fun for me to hit the button. Maryland I upcoming here for Tucker Pinion. And now a late runner onto the field here for White County. 4 on the play clock. He gets up, lined up. Turnaround handoff to Sims. Sims tries to bounce upfield. Now will be crunched down. A gain of about 4. And this is what's going to be interesting. We'll talk about it at halftime. It's a White County team that wants to churn clock and wants to go 15 plays. You can't really do that down 28 points.
And listen, like I mentioned a few minutes ago, White County is a fantastic football team, and they're built to win football games a certain way, and they're not having success with that up to this point.
Thanks to my guy Michael Browning. Stone Memorial 14 to Cobb County 0 on the Turner Roofing scoreboard. Sparta and Stone next week on Thursday night. Under center, turn a handoff again to Sims. This time he has a hole. Sims will be hit and drop down after a gain of about 4. Schaefer in there defensively on the stop. 3rd and 2. White County is in no hurry. 35 seconds to go on the play clock, or on the game clock, rather.
And they don't have to snap if they choose not to.
No harm in snapping it one more time. See if you can pop a long run. We'll see if that's what they do here. Staying in that modified I formation. One receiver out wide. Fitz covering him. Pinion is going to take the snap. He'll turn and hand off. This time it's JoJo Dowell. Dowell accelerates forward. He'll be ridden down, and that will be the final play of the first half as the clock hits zeros. A dominant start for the Upperman Bees. After 2 quarters of play, they lead 28-0. We'll come back with the Happy Hiller halftime show. Take a look around the state at some important games in our region and beyond. Once again, at the break, it's Upperman 28, White County 0. You're watching the high school football game of the week presented by Mayberry's Furniture and Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Legacy House is right here in the heart of Smithville. It's more than a boutique, it's a family story woven into every thread. I'm Amy Allen, and I started this place with my 3 beautiful daughters. We offer timeless pieces that feel both classic and bold. From rich textured clothing to one-of-a-kind accessories. This shop has a perfect mix of heritage with a modern edge. So come on down. You'll find more than just fashion. You'll find a place where legacy and style meet.
Located at 104 West Walnut Street in Smithville, stop by and see their selection Tuesday through Saturday. Legacy House is proud to be an all-inclusive sponsor of UCR.
Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate quality care for all patients from local people you can trust, so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate proudly presents new level building lots in Baxter. Lots range in size from 0.69 acres to 1.6 acres with water, electric, and Twin Lakes fiber internet at the road. Each lot is approved for a 3-bedroom septic system. Get started today on building your dreams. Call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145 for more detail. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They are also proud to sponsor Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing's Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Be sure to stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood, or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Are you looking for the best dining experience in the Upper Cumberland? Visit Fire and Vine in Cookville's historic West Side. Fire and Vine offers great service and a unique menu, including mouth-watering deep dish pizza, delectable beef, chicken, fish, and more. Take in stunning views from the rooftop while enjoying your meal. Come and experience the charm and flavor of Fire and Vine, your new favorite spot for a memorable dining experience. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Looking for weekend lunch and dinner plans? Since 1971, Nick's Restaurant has been locally owned and operated. From mouth-watering prime rib to delectable ice cream pie, Nick's has it all. Their cozy atmosphere and great service will make you feel right at home. Plus, their banquet space is perfect for any event. Visit them at 895 South Jefferson Avenue or online at nickscookville.com. Nick's Restaurant is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Turfmasters Landscape Management has been serving the Upper Cumberland since 1996. They offer a variety of services, including lawn maintenance, landscape design and installation, landscape lighting, irrigation systems, and more. For more information, contact Matt Wilson at 931-261-1587 today. Turf Masters Landscape Management is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. The Real Estate Collective is a team of experienced, licensed real estate agents serving the entire Upper Cumberland region. Whether you are looking to buy or sell, the RICO team is ready to serve you. With a focus on people over profits, you can rest assured the Real Estate Collective can help make your real estate dreams a reality. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future, it's what we do. Mayberry's Furniture has been family-owned and operated since 1946 and is now serving the Upper Cumberland with locations in both Crossville and Cookville, offering the largest array of solid wood furniture and mattresses in the area. They also provide a best price guarantee and in-house service and delivery. Stop into their 15,000 square foot showroom at 1020 South Willow Avenue in Cookville to see their selection of Amish solid wood, flex steel, Tempur-Pedic, Sealy Posturepedic, and much more today. Mayberry's Furniture is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the high school football game of the week on the UCR Media Network. Modern Roofing Group is an Owens Corning preferred contractor, and they're proud to bring that reputation and recognition to the Upper Cumberland. Their customer service and craftsmanship are second to none. Get comfort that your roof will stand up to the storms by calling 931-400-8788 and get an estimate on a new roof today. That's 931-400-8788. 100% financing is available. Modern Roofing Group is proud to stand behind their work with a 10-year workmanship. The Crouch team with Islands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this 3-bed, 2-bathroom home within Sparta city limits. This home has hardwood flooring, a 1-car garage, and a screened-in deck. For more information, visit chadandamycrouch.com or call 931-979-1191. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
The John Deere 5E is built for our way of life, and it's backed by Tri-Green Equipment's tried and true support. So stop by your local Tri-Green Equipment store to take advantage of financing as low as 0% APR this fall. Mowing, cleaning, hauling, whatever is on your to-do list, Tri-Green has a John Deere tractor built to handle it all with ease. Whether you're tending the land or tackling weekend projects, this is a season to get things done. Visit us online at trigreen.com to see how affordable a John Deere tractor can be.
Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookville Highway and get your vehicle serviced by their highly trained professionals. Right now, you can save money on oil changes, regular maintenance, and battery installation. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network. Tee Up is the Upper Cumberland's best indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art golf simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. Want to know where you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. They also have plenty of other games to enjoy time with friends. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
The Quality Family, a local company supporting and caring for our local communities. The Quality Family offers services to get you back to the game. From bracing to oxygen and everything in between, we can meet your medical equipment needs with Buckeye Home Medical Equipment. If you have an in-home need for strength and conditioning, for example after a surgery or injury, Quality Home Health is available to provide individualized care while you are on the mend. For those with end-of-life diseases, Quality Hospice is available to provide nurturing care during those difficult times. Choose the Quality family of services for care within your community. Visit thequalityfamily.com to navigate all we have to offer you.
Ammonet's Eagle Auction and Realty is proud to present an online-only auction featuring a 218-acre farm with 2 homes. This property is being auctioned off in 12 individual tracts of land and includes a long frontage on Roaring River. You can bid on this auction at eagleauctions.com or call 931-526-5335 for more information. Bidding on this online-only auction ends October 28th at 10 a.m. Ammonet's Eagle Auction and Realty is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Legacy House is right here in the heart of Smithville. It's more than a boutique. It's a family story woven into every thread. I'm Amy Allen, and I started this place with my 3 beautiful daughters. We offer timeless pieces that feel both classic and bold. From rich textured clothing to one-of-a-kind accessories. This shop has a perfect mix of heritage with a modern edge. So come on down. You'll find more than just fashion. You'll find a place where legacy and style meet.
Located at 104 West Walnut Street in Smithville, stop by and see their selection Tuesday through Saturday. Legacy House is proud to be an all-inclusive sponsor of UCR.
Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate quality care for all patients from local people you can trust so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate proudly presents new level building lots in Baxter. Lots range in size from 0.69 acres to 1.6 acres with water, electric, and Twin Lakes fiber internet at the road. Each lot is approved for a 3-bedroom septic system. Get started today on building your dreams. Call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145 for more.
It's time for the Happy Hiller halftime show. Visit happyhiller.com to see how our friends at Hiller can help solve your plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical problems today. It's happyhiller.com, and it's all Upperman at the break here in Baxter. 28-0 for the Bees. I'm Noah McKay. It's Jeremy Tollison. Coach Dodgen on the sidelines. We're live in the Upper Cumberland Generators and Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing broadcast booth, and we've got first half stats thanks to the GOAT, Jeff Petey Goolsby on stats. But first, let's take a look around the state on the Turner Roofing scoreboard.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're going to start with Cloudland just spanking my Unica 0-9. Unfortunate.
Unica.
I'm going to correct you again, Jeremy. This is 2 weeks in a row. It's Unica.
Unica.
Now this sounds like some kind of Appalachian knife fight. You got David Crockett versus Daniel Boone tonight. And it's 17-7, David Crockett.
From 1865.
1865. Elizabethton, 21-7 over Seymour at the half. Greenville, 42-7 over Granger at the half.
Sorry, say that Greenville-Elizabethton one more time.
Greenville is over Granger 42-7, and Elizabethton is over Seymour 21-7.
All right, they play next week, and that's an important one when it comes to those pods for Region 4 4A teams.
Sevier County over Huntington, West Virginia. Is that Marshall? Did Marshall come down?
We are Marshall.
Sevier County, 28-13.
Sounds like they just wanted to go to Dollywood.
Good for them. I like it. Cherokee over Volunteer at the half, 20-12. Surprise, surprise. Alcoa, 42-0 over Carter is a final. Dobbins-Bennett over Bearden, 21-7 in the fourth quarter. Halls over Campbell County, 54-7 at the half. Kind of a surprising score here. Powell, 24-21 over 2-5 Clinton at the half.
Powell's quarterback is out for at least 2 weeks. So that could be your reason there.
That's the number 1 ranked 5A team in the state of Tennessee right now.
That does cause an issue. Gibbs over Heritage 10-0 in the third quarter. William Blunt 29-26 at the half over Knox Central. Surprise, surprise. Maryville 43, Bradley Central 7. We're going to skip in to get a little closer to home. Smith County 21-12 in the fourth quarter over Tellico Plains at this point.
A very wise man picked that.
Do I happen to be sitting next to him?
Yeah, it's
oh my goodness.
Smartest guy I know.
Well, you would say that. Here we go.
I don't know many people.
0-8 Fulton, 53-6 at the half over 1-7 Union County.
Union County. It's time to pack it up.
It is.
I watched that Fulton team in person. You're down that bad at halftime to Fulton. It's time to pack it up. It's basketball season, Union County. We're on to the next one.
Bledsoe County up on Huntland, 14-0 at the half. Marion County, 6-0 over Cascade in the second quarter. Surprise, surprise. Oakland, 42-0 over Stewart's Creek. Riverdale, 21
that's the Fighting Madison McKays over there.
Oakland?
Oakland.
Did she go with Chris Young? She go to high school Chris Young?
Chris Young was just before her. She's not that old, man. You just called my wife real old,
No,
didn't
I
you?
don't know how old he is. How old is he?
A lot older than my wife.
Like 10 years?
Yeah, at least. Yeah, probably like 15.
Well, I apologize.
He's older than you think.
Back when Oakland wasn't good at footballs when he went.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he's a lot older.
Was that the Lincoln administration when Oakland wasn't good?
I think it was the Adams, something like that. Back when they were wearing no helmets, pre-leather helmets.
Stone Memorial, 14-0 over DeKalb in the second quarter. Lebanon, 14-0 over Gallatin at the half.
Ooh.
Clay County, surprise, 40-0 at the half over Innovation Academy.
In the words of Jacob Vincent, I know what we're innovating, but it's not football.
Oh, my goodness. Cookeville, Mount Juliet tied at 3 at the half. Tullahoma over Franklin County, 22-0. Almost halftime. Green Hill over Wilson Central, 14-7.
By the way, Chris Young's 40.
I apologize. My apologies. My apologies.
Although I must be honest, that's also not 15 years older than her, which is what she said. So hate to break that news to you.
Here's your guess the score of the week.
Let's go, baby.
You ready? 6-2 Clarksville.
Okay.
Versus 8-0 Antioch. Almost halftime.
42-0 Antioch.
I'm going to say.
Yeah, because you're looking at it.
No, I'm not.
Oh.
I was talking to an Upperman fan down here.
Oh, so you haven't seen this?
I have not seen it. I'm going to say 19-0.
Who?
Antioch.
It is 12-8 Clarksville.
What?
Oh, wow.
Is Andre Adams playing?
I have no idea.
Wow.
That kid's unbelievable.
He must be on a visit.
Yeah.
He must be.
To Alaska or something. He's unbelievable.
Fayetteville over Richland, 14-13. Marshall County, 40-7 over Spring Hill. Westmoreland at the half over Maplewood, 14-0. Great rivalry here. 14-7 Beach over Portland late in the second quarter.
There's your train horns.
At least they're after an actual train.
That's true, and it rattles the stadium.
I'll give them that. If you have an actual train, that's a little more acceptable.
Trying to just sneak down to see if there's anything else we're going to be interested
Yeah,
in.
there's a shocker down there if you keep going, Jeremy.
By the way, Macon County 21-0 over Livingston. Wanted to get that one in as well.
That shocker, Pearl Cone 7, White House 0.
Wow. Pearl Cone's hard to get a break on because, it's when you play that hard of a schedule, you're expected to lose, but you can kind of mask if, and I'm not saying this is true, but if you're not quite as strong as you have been, nobody will really notice when you're losing to CPA in Oakland. So that'd be interesting to see how Pearl Cone goes. Really, the Western, and this is reality, the Western half of the bracket is much weaker than the Eastern half.
Absolutely.
Obviously, it gets a big boost from Alcoa, but that's probably 4 or 5 teams on the East that would much prefer to be in the West right now in this classification.
I mean, let's be realistic. It's more than just Alcoa. You got Greenville, Elizabeth, and you got Upperman. It's more than just Alcoa on this side.
No doubt about it.
Lord have mercy.
Justin
Look what the cat
Matheny's here.
has drug in.
That's why it started smelling terrible up in this press box.
Again.
I tried to get him, again indeed, I tried to get him to put on a headset, but he said he didn't like all of you watching at home. So
that is ruthless.
He's going to be on the headset tomorrow for Tech against SEMO.
I know you don't like private school, but I think this is a really big game.
All right, you get one.
And the local flavor, Baylor 21-14 over Innsworth late in the second quarter. I just think that's got to be a great matchup and a fun environment. And I refereed Innsworth a couple of times in the playoffs. Let me give you one game that I had years ago. Tell me about this matchup. I had this as a referee in the Upper Cumberland. Innsworth at Stone Memorial in the regular season.
Listen, have you checked the Innsworth Baylor score?
Just gave it.
21-14.
I was talking to Coach Kane.
That's okay. Well, go ahead and tell us what he said then, Coach Dodge.
All right. Well, came out and he expects a punch from White County because he says they're a good football team and they've got a pride of their program, but he expects his team for the first time and to continue to do what he wants to do and finish a game and play 4 full quarters.
Well, his team played 2 really good quarters. Let's get to the halftime stats, guys. 28-0 the score. Upperman 12 first downs to 3 for White County. 15 carries for 94 yards for the Bees. 18 for 48 for White County. And then here's the huge discrepancy. Upperman 179 yards passing. White County 0 in the first half. 273 yards of offense to 48. We get to the stats on the field. Cole Sims had 11 carries for 31 yards. JoJo Dowell, 2 for 16. Tucker Pinion had 5 carries for 1 yard. 0 for 1 through the air. He was sacked once. Bronsden Chapin adding to his already impressive Mr. Football resume. 7 of 8 for 179, 2 touchdowns. Was not sacked, was not really pressured in that first half. They got home once. He escaped and ran for a first down. On the ground, 10 carries, 68 yards, 2 touchdowns. Carmine Phillips, 5 carries, 26 yards. Through the air, another balanced day. Elijah Fitz has 2 catches for 92 yards and 2 touchdowns. Gunnar Block has 2 for 23. Colton Johnson, 1 catch for 33 yards. Carmine Phillips, 1 for 18. And we mentioned in the pregame, guys, that they have emerged, White County has, as the number 1 contender. And the real question was, could anybody in Region 4-4A compete with Upperman? The answer tonight, through one half, with a half to go, has been absolutely not. We'll see what happens in the second half as White County tries to change that.
Yeah, and things have not went well for White County, and I blame half of that on the fact that Upperman's playing really well. And then the other half, I just think White County seems a little flat right now. They're just not, as Justin Matheny says, they've not stayed on script. They've not stayed ahead of the chains. Things that they have had success with up to this point, they have just not found that same success. So the balance of Upperman playing really well and White County just not really getting the momentum going that they're used to has just kind of put them in this hole.
Hey, and guys, to top on your point there, I mean, coaching in sports here, you got to find out what type of competitors you've got right now. I mean, obviously White County's had a good football season. They've done a good job all year. Now it's a gut check, and this is where you need your leaders to step up because this has got to carry your momentum into the next couple of weeks going into the playoffs.
Yeah, to your point, there's a huge one next week in Crossville. Stone Memorial, who's rolling right now, welcoming in this White County team in a game that will likely be to decide a home playoff game for either one of these two teams.
And we talk about seeding and how the quad lines up.
And listen, if you go on a playoff run on the East, you're going to run into Alcoa. That's what every coach has said. You understand that. You want to be at home as long as you possibly can be, and that's what next week will be for, especially if this result holds here tonight. We are here in the Upper Cumberland Generators and Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing broadcast booth. Our presenting sponsor, I should say, the high school football game of the week is Mayberry's Furniture. We're so appreciative of their sponsorship. The presenting sponsor of Upperman football all season long and Upperman athletics all year long is Gentry's Power Equipment. None of this happens without our sponsors. Of course, 100% free to watch and enjoy everything we do here at UCR. We hope you'll join us later on tonight for the Friday Night End Zone show. We'll talk to coaches, we'll break down each of these matchups, and we'll get a little bit into next week's Week 11 slate as the final week of the regular season is almost upon us. But one half to go. Upperman will receive the opening kickoff, and I wonder if, guys, White County has to give serious consideration towards an onside kick here to try to steal a possession at the beginning of this half.
Yeah, you've got to find a spark somewhere, whether that be special teams or defense. Find a turnover, get an extra possession. That's the only way you're going to claw back in this game.
We welcome those of you watching on Facebook, YouTube, the NFHS Network, the Hub Plus Roku app, Channel 192 on Spectrum and Twin Lakes, or those of you listening on 106.1 The Eagle. We sure are glad to be along with you here tonight. White County's in the white jerseys, Upperman in the black jerseys with white pants. Upperman trying to add another running clock victory onto their tally, which is 4 straight. 5 of their 6 wins have come via the running clock. The only one that didn't, the Webb game, which was called at halftime, and it was going to be a running clock. 29-7, and the Bees had scored 29 unanswered points.
And it's unfortunate. I mean, they're 2 points away from that unless White County can put the miracle that happened 2 years ago and find some life.
Noah Skeeth on to kick it away for the first time. Puts his right foot into it. It's a nice kick. Bounces. Fitz going to field it on the 2-yard line, trying to set up a return. Bounces up at the 10 to the 15. Wrapped up by the face mask. I think, yeah, there's the flag. Came in a little bit late. Flag is thrown. Looked to be a clear face mask. Coach Dodgen may have a better angle on it than we do, but the
100%.
The official closest didn't throw his flag.
Well, a lot of times when you're really, really close to that play, you may have a player between you and the football, and you just simply don't have a good look at it. A lot of times, especially in like a walk in basketball, the wider you are, the better look you've got.
That is a personal foul. That's what I've been saying forever. We have a better view.
Hey, that's what Coach Dodgen has told me many times while I was refereeing games.
It's a 15-yard penalty.
Jeremy, I always told you did a great job.
I can tell you that's a lie. Receivers
fair.
To the right.
We always said it to try to make me feel good.
Chaffin in the gun. He's got Phillips on his left. Chaffin takes the snap, gives to Carmine Phillips over the right side. Big stiff arm, and there he goes. Carmine Phillips to the edge. Another stiff arm, and it'll dart out of bounds past the 40-yard line. A gain of 10, a Baxter Pharmacy and Gary Maxwell Insurance first down.
Just a really good block there by Block. Do you like that? Did you like that?
That was a good one, buddy.
Hey, here we are. I'll be here all night.
That was a good one.
But it's really good to stay engaged with that block and give Phillips a chance to get around the edge. Was close to cutting up the sideline.
Upperman back at home next Thursday night. I think they got some energy for that one. The Macon County Tigers come to town. First time since that second round game a year ago. Upperman was wire-to-wire number 1. Gabe and Zach Borders came to town and left with a win and a state championship. Play fake here, firing into flat. Porath catches the fastball, stutter steps, stiff arm, stays on his feet, and Porath down near midfield. Gain of 9. It'll be 2nd and 1.
And White County's got to, when they have a chance to make a tackle, they've just got to make the open field tackle and not give an extra yard or 2 or 3.
And you've seen, I think, what we talked about all week, how much this Upperman offense stretches every blade of grass. They stress you defensively. We've seen downfield, rollouts, power run, a little bit of everything. There's another dump off into the flat for a gain of 9.
And again, and I've mentioned it, but they're finding this success against a fantastic football team.
2nd and 1. 2 to the right here for Chaffin. No quarterback runs yet for big number 8. He takes the snap, play fake, fires into the flat again. Johnson catches it, hit hard, pops up on his feet. They say he wasn't down. He sprung back up, and they say his knee nor his arm hit the ground. It turns into a big gain, and a Baxter Pharmacy and Gary Maxwell Insurance first down.
Hey, Coach, did you have a good look at that?
I did, and I'm going to be honest with you. It looked like his knee was down, but the official that was to the backside of the white hat here was already in front of the play, so he couldn't have seen it.
We've seen those where it's the rollover, the cut down and then bounce up. That's rare.
Promise you, if there was instant replay, there'd be a red flag thrown.
Well, that puts Bronson Chaffin over 200 yards passing on just 9 completions. 9 of 10. Trips to the left for the Bees. Motion man across. Snap taken, play fake. Chaffin hit hard and will be ridden down. Hunter Broyles has been bottled up tonight, but finally gets through. That's going to be his 13th TFL on the season.
That's impressive. 13 TFLs.
And
That's
5
impressive.
sacks to go along with it.
Wow.
Second down and 10. Well, I mean, I would credit it as a TFL. They end up saying it's right back at the original line of scrimmage. Don't forget, 3 games tonight. The other 2, well, one other one, very competitive. Macon County leads 21-0. Cookeville, Mount Juliet tied up at 3 over on UCR 4. Jacob and West Shanks have the call there.
That is a very important game for the Cookeville Cavaliers.
Those 2 will be here on Thursday night. We will be in Crossville with the Warriors. Snap taken, play fake. Chaffin rolls to his right. Stutter steps, being pressured. Finally, he gets away, fires while he's being hit to no man's land, but he's out of the tackle box, so it should be just an incompletion. Chaffin thought he got hit late. First time they've gotten to him in the backfield, but it's an incomplete pass, and it's 3rd and 10.
And, guys, there was pressure there, but he's still elusive enough to try to get away and draw the play out, which is just an impressive performance by that young man.
I'm going to check myself and give myself a slight out. We're 90% sure that's what the slight will be next week. I'm going to talk it over with Jacob later.
Is Chucky Doak or Unaka have a big matchup?
Trips to the right, one to the left. I got to call a Chucky Doak game yesterday. Chaffin takes the snap, rolls to his right, fires on the run to Block, who has to come back and makes the catch lying down. It makes it 4th and manageable on a gain of about 8. It'll be 4th and 4, and the offense will stay on the field from the 23-yard line.
And what you see typically here is quarterback run or Colton Johnson is what they found success with.
White County has to get off the field here. Down 28-0, 9:22 and counting to play in the 3rd quarter.
Chaffin up to 215 yards passing.
Wonder if we may get a timeout here from Adam Kane. This is a spot where he would burn it. Although it is in the second half, that changes it slightly. 3 to the left here for Chaffin. This is a quarterback run formation. 4th down and 4. 3 on the play clock. Chaffin has the snap. Going to fire it out to Phillips. Has to make something happen. Big stiff arm, and he did. Got hit in the backfield, and Carmine Phillips threw the Warrior down and moves the chains on a Gary Maxwell Insurance and Baxter Pharmacy first down, and you just saw a lot of white and maroon helmets dip a little bit as Phillips moves the chains. Into the Turner Roofing red zone goes Upperman. They have not been here very often tonight because it's been the big pass plays a couple of times that have brought them into the end zone.
And I think that may have been Hogg that had great position to make the tackle and unfortunately just couldn't get his arms around the legs of the running back and just made a great heads-up defensive play and just couldn't finish the deal.
Second catch of the day for Carmine Phillips. 5 different Bees have at least 2 receptions tonight. Chaffin takes the snap. Quarterback keeper up the middle. Now he bounces outside in a foot race. Bronston Chaffin to the 10. Cut down at the 5. Bryson Hogg with the stop, but not before a gain of 12 and another Baxter Pharmacy and Gary Maxwell Insurance first down. .8:39 and counting to go. Upperman draining the clock, trying to make it where it will run the rest of the half.
Climb out the window. Take a look.
Well, they're on the right hash, and we can't get a great view of that, so I got to open the door here and let all the warm air out. Chaffin breaks huddle here with 13 on the play clock. Upperman in no hurry. Johnson and Porath up front. Phillips in the backfield with Chaffin. Has the snap, gives to Carmine Phillips. Around the right side of the 5. Carmine Phillips dives to the goal line. Touchdown, Upperman. Carmine Phillips caps off another dominant drive for the home team. And the clock is about to run at Billy C. Rogers Stadium. Had him outnumbered into the boundary rather, and Phillips won the race and finished with the dive in for 6. Roberts on for the extra point. He is, see if the announcer jinx is working. He's 4 for 4 tonight. And it's going to be early movement, and he'll go a yard closer, yard and a half closer.
Early hurdle.
Trying to come off the edge.
I like it. Illegal, but I like it.
Got to try to make something happen. Mentioned the Cookeville Mount Juliet game tied up at 3. In the words of Coach Shanks, these teams are identical twins. Block to hold from the 1.5-yard line. Snap, set, kick is up, and the kick is good. 8:05 to go in the third quarter. Upperman rolling towards a region championship, 35-0 on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Tee Up is the Upper Cumberland's best indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art golf simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. Want to know where you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. They also have plenty of other games to enjoy time with friends. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Upperman leads 35-0, and the clock's about to run at Billy C. Rogers Stadium.
Noah, you and I have kind of talked about, and Coach Dodgen mentioned it, but kind of gut check time. How are you going to finish this game out? And let me tell you something that's jumping out to me on film right now is Carter Rich. There's no quitting this kid. Let me just tell you, he has just really turned it on and playing for pride.
Kickoff is away here. Shea boots it deep. Dowell fields it on the 8-yard line. Dowell accelerates. He's got a lane. It closes quickly as he's dropped down at the 39, make it the 40-yard line. First drive of the half for White County on offense. It has not been the night they wanted, but trying to build that identity of a physical, hard-nosed team, you got to play through 4 quarters, see if they can get something working on the offensive side of the ball.
And, Jeremy, to back up your point there on Carter Rich, great young man. I mean, obviously I'm around him a lot. Just a great young man, fierce competitor, and always wants to win at everything that he does. So that's a great analogy on your part on that young man.
Maryland I here for White County. Under center will go Tucker Payne. He's got Lex Winfrey, Cole Sims, and JoJo Dowell behind him. Takes the snap, turns and hands off to Sims. He's hit and ridden down Colton Johnson, who I believe is over 100 tackles this season with his performance tonight.
Wow.
2nd and 7 here for the Warriors.
Thinking about the Warriors, I mean, obviously, and Coach Dodgen talked about it early, but coming out of fall break, they've just not been as crisp as they have so far this year. And all of a sudden, you've got a huge game next week. You've got to figure some things out right now to try to parlay that into next week.
Under center goes Pinion here. Has the snap, going to toss it outside to Dowell. Dowell accelerates with speed, and he'll be ridden down after a gain of about 4. And this is what White County wanted, 3rd and 2. The problem's the score. They want to be able to churn the clock, move it on the ground. Touchdown Cookeville over on UCR 4. The Cavs lead on the Turner Roofing scoreboard. Extra point pending, up by a touchdown. Bronston Chaffin's getting the best advice he'll ever get in his life. He's right next to Michael Lindsay down on the sidelines right now. The Goose is loose. Coverage coming to UpperCumberlandReporter.com. What a week he's had in Murfreesboro for volleyball. We were both there today as Gordonsville finishes runners-up in the Class Single-A state tournament. Snap taken. Hand off to Sims. He's hit hard. Ball's on the ground, and Gunner Block has it. Another forced fumble by the Upperman Bees, and Kobe Justice put his head again right on the football, and Upperman takes it back.
And we came into the game knowing that the deck was kind of stacked against White County, and what they could not afford to do was turn the ball over, and unfortunately that's happened twice.
And that has been a problem. That's now 9 fumbles this year for White County. Now, a lot of teams will have 5 or 6 interceptions. They only have 2 because of how much they run it, but 11 giveaways this season now for White County. 1st and 10 Bs right at midfield. Starters usually go to when it's 42, and then they've come out this year. We'll see if that trend continues. Obviously, Upperman would have to score to have that decision. 5:15 and counting. The clock is running now in the second half. 2 to the left, Chaffin in the gun. He takes the snap, fakes the toss. Now he's going to keep it himself up the middle, breaks a tackle, and then a shoestring tackle made after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and if Broyles doesn't hang on for that shoestring tackle, Chaffin probably gets around the edge there.
2nd and 7 here Don't forget, Friday Night End Zone show coming up tonight on this broadcast where the White Coat Realtors post-game show. Have an interview with the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game.
Which I believe I know who it is.
It's going to be Bronston Chaffin and the head coach, Adam Kane, as well. 2nd and 7. Chaffin takes the snap. Play fake, looking deep. Fires over the middle, and he missed his man. Threw it behind Colton Johnson. The rare miss when those two are trying to link up. It'll be 3rd and 7. Mentioned the region opponents for Upperman in this 3-0 stretch. They routed Stone Memorial 40-7. We know how good Stone is. They routed DeKalb 41-6. They routed Livingston 49-6. And they're up now on White County 35-0. They've lost one region game in the regular season under Adam Kane. 3 years ago at Stone Memorial. They've lost to 2 region opponents in total. The other game, well, their opponent next week here on Thursday night. Snap taken. Chaffin fires to block. He couldn't make the catch. Tipped it up, and we'll see on 4th and 7 how aggressive Adam Kane wants to be with a 35-0 lead. Looks like he's looking for his punt team. Would be the first one of the night. And that's when Bronston Chaffin will want to have back. And the punting unit will trot on here.
As good as he's been tonight, there's 2 passes that were just off target and just couldn't get anything going. Give the ball back to White County, and like we talked about, White County, find something. Get a little life. Create some momentum for next week because next week's game is absolutely huge.
3 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Carmine Phillips, the punter, back deep. Gets a waist-high snap. A spinning kick away from Hogg, the returner. Takes an Upperman hop inside the 15 and trickles out right about the 10-yard line. And that is where they will take over 1st and 10 for White County. The score is indicative of how the game has gone. It's been all Upperman tonight. Really, in every statistical category, they have an advantage. They end up spotting that at the 12-yard line where White County will start. 2:15 and counting to go. Pinion going to send them out wide, out of the I formation now. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Tucker has a good snap. Going to keep it around right side. Lost the football. Popped out. It's on the ground, and Upperman has it again. 3rd turnover of the night for White County. Carmine Phillips recovers, and that one wasn't forced. Just came right out of the quarterback's hands. And Upperman has a 1st and goal, and Bronston Chaffin just sprinted onto the field. Didn't want to give his coach an opportunity to throw the backups out there. He wants another crack at it.
And if you're White County, you just chalk it up. It is what it is. It's not your night. You're a great, great football team, and tonight the football gods just didn't shine down on you. That's just football sometimes.
That's the kind of play that happens when it's not your night. It's just
exactly.
When the wheels are flying off the wagon a little bit. 1st and goal, Upperman from the 5-yard line because it just popped out. It's not a wet night, nothing else. It's cold. It is the coldest night we've had this year. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Chaffin all on in the backfield. Takes a snap, quarterback keeper. Up the middle, he's hit hard and will be ridden down at about the 3-yard line. Bronston Chaffin meet Lex Winfrey. Lex Winfrey meet Bronston Chaffin. And they'll re-rack it and do it again.
I like that. I like that billiards term. I like that.
You like it?
Yeah, that's good.
I've got to open up the vocabulary.
I like
it. We got to get creative.
99.9% chance Chaffin runs the football again right now.
Well, now is where if you're trying to win Mr. Football, pad your stats a little bit. Get an extra touchdown, have a 5-touchdown night. White County defense trying to bow up here down in a big hole. Play fake. Chaffin rolls right. Puts a foot in the ground. Now the ball pops away from him, and White County has it. Bryson Hogg falls on it. And they trade fumbles that just pop out of the quarterback's hands. White County will go the other way.
And Jeremy, you saw who was in there on the first initial to knock it loose, which was 24. That was your guy right there.
That's my guy. I want a jersey with his number on it. Can you make that happen?
I'll see what I can do if I can get you back on the sidelines again, get you off the sidelines back on the floor now.
Well, we're not going to do that. That brings us to the end of the third quarter. After 3, Upperman 35, White County 0 in the high school football game of the week, presented by Mayberry's Furniture and Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
The Quality Family, a local company supporting and caring for our local communities. The Quality Family offers services to get you back to the game. From bracing to oxygen and everything in between, we can meet your medical equipment needs with Buckeye Home Medical Equipment. If you have an in-home need for strength and conditioning, for example after a surgery or injury, Quality Home Health is available to provide individualized care while you are on the mend. For those with end-of-life diseases, Quality Hospice is available to provide nurturing care during those difficult times. Choose the Quality family of services for care within your community. Visit thequalityfamily.com to navigate all we have to offer you.
Ammonet's Eagle Auction and Realty is proud to present an online-only auction featuring a 218-acre farm with 2 homes. This property is being auctioned off in 12 individual tracts of land and includes a long frontage on Roaring River. You can bid on this auction at eagleauctions.com or call 931-526-5335 for more information. Bidding on this online-only auction ends October 28th at 10 a.m. Ammonet's Eagle Auction and Realty is a proud sponsor of this broadcast.
Welcome back. 1 quarter to go. Upperman leads 35-0 in the high school football game of the week. 1st and 10 Warriors on their own 15-yard line. Hand off to Cole Sims, trying to get up the middle, and he'll be pushed backwards. Got about 3. Mentioned Sims at 1,300 yards. He's been held to this 38 today on 14 carries. I'll get there eventually. 14 carries. White County's Upperman's run defense, much maligned after 2 performances that they want to have back. They've shown up majorly tonight.
Absolutely, and you know as well as I do, that's a challenge that Coach Kane had in practice this week, is just to not be embarrassed in the run game.
2 to the left, 1 to the right. Pinion surveys the field. Calls for, has a high snap. He's going to keep it himself and gets destroyed. Off the edge, Tate Porath, loss of 3. And for Porath this season, that's now his 6th tackle for loss. Back to the original line of scrimmage, it's 3rd and 10. And there was no good decision for Tucker Pinion to make there.
Nothing you can do about it. It's just a good run blitz there by Porath. And unfortunately for White County, the lack of being able to have a throwing game down the field is rearing its ugly head because Upperman can tee off on the run game.
4 wide set here, trips to the right, 1 to the left for Pinion. Upperman shows pressure off the edge. They're bringing it. Pinion going to keep it, and he runs right into Tate Porath again. Nothing doing. A quick 3 and out, and I'd imagine another punt coming here for the Warriors as we go under 10.5 to play. And here they come. Question is, 35-0 in the 4th quarter. Will Bronston Chaffin get another crack at it? He's got his helmet on. He wants it.
I say no.
His body language tells me he's not going back in there. Him and Brian Johnson having a discussion. He may be. He also may be talking about that fumble that popped out of his hands. Carmine Phillips back deep to receive this punt from JoJo Dowell. Dowell has a low snap. Puts his right foot into it. This is returnable. Phillips angles back. He's going to let it bounce and will trickle in. A good punt from JoJo Dowell as it goes all the way inside the 40-yard line. That's a 45-yard boot for Dowell. And here they go. Turner Roofing scoreboard update. It was 21-0. It's 21-14. Livingston Academy back in the football game. Down 7 in Hogeye Country tonight. Craig Cantrell on the call over on UCR2. We will not be offended.
Is that what my man Tim Cates?
We own all those stations, so we will not be offended if you want to bounce over to that game and check it out, as Craig and Tim are on the call. I see the number in the top left corner tells me a lot of people have already done that. The 2 receivers go to the left for Bronston Chaffin. He does get another drive, takes the snap, pump and go. Looking deep for Elijah Fitz. Jump ball, and it just too far. Good coverage by JoJo Dowell on the back end. And the Bees are just hunting it up now. That will not make any friends on the other sideline, but they took the shot. 2nd and 10.
I'm quiet. I live in White County.
Listen, if you want to win Mr. Football, you got to have big stats.
Yeah, I agree.
In a classification with Alcoa, that's just reality.
And you're in a bad position to try to get those stats and then make sure that you respect your opponent as well.
Handoff goes to Carmine Phillips, and he's down after a gain of a couple, 3rd and 8. And as you know, from our coaching days, my philosophy, stop it. If you don't like it, stop it.
I agree.
And White County did. JoJo Dowell was back there to get the stop. 3rd and 8 here for the Bees. The intensity level has taken a big step down. It was really fired up in this building at kickoff and for the first quarter and a half or so. Empty set, 7:44 to go. Chaffin takes the snap, going to roll to his right. Has time. Going to fire, receivers wide open. Makes the catch, it's Gunner blocks. Stutter steps and turns on the Jets. Block, so elusive. It's a gain of 18. And another Gary Maxwell Insurance and Baxter Pharmacy first down.
Again, just shows the balance and multi-dimensional offense. They just do so much. They just do so much out of it and have so many weapons.
Well, and somebody, and I get it, I mentioned the 2013 offense for Upperman, one of the best offenses in Upper Cumberland history. But I said this team is up there amongst the best. And if you look at the schedule that this team's faced, it's entirely different than the schedule. Now, the 2013 team was unbelievable. Connor York had one of the best seasons we've ever seen. It takes nothing away from them. This offense is very prolific as well, and they're coming out at 42-0 every week. Snap taken, handoff to Phillips around the right side. Carmine Phillips will get crunched out of bounds, gain of about 5.
And the odds are that Alcoa plays in both equations.
And that is the other thing. You saw what happened when it got to that point.
Sure.
We'll see what happens this year. This team, I don't think 73-14 or whatever that score was is happening to this team against anybody in this state. And that's not to say Alcoa is not about to win a state championship, because everybody thinks that they're going to.
And guys, the scary thing is I was watching Mark Packer this past week. Byron Nix says that this may be the best set of athletes that he's had on the offensive and in the secondary.
They are a lot more balanced with Coach Nix in there. There's no doubt. Play fake here for Chaffin on 2nd and 8. Fires into the flat, wide open again. Foot race to the 30. It's Jude Fitzpatrick. Another B gets his first reception. It's another Gary Maxwell Insurance and Baxter Pharmacy first down. The 6th B with a catch tonight. Upperman moving the chains as the clock is under 5:45 to play. Don't forget, Weicker Realtors postgame show coming up next. Adam Kane and the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game. We'll hear from both of them. We'll have postgame stats thanks to Petey to our left. 1st and 10 from the 21 here for the Bees.
Puts Chaffin at 254 passing.
He has 4 total touchdowns. He's accounted for 327 yards of offense. Motions Phillips across, takes the snap, play fake, going to keep it himself, gets behind the blockers, now accelerates. Big pile up there. He'll be taken after a gain of 4. Under 5 to play. One more game for both these teams. It's on Thursday night. Again, Thursday next week. White County at Stone Memorial, and Upperman in a big revenge spot as they welcome in the reigning state champion Macon County Tigers, who again only lead Livingston 21-14 after leading 21-0 early on.
I love this Livingston story so far this year.
If they win this game,
good for them.
They got a chance at the playoffs next week.
Oh, my goodness.
Did I tell you the game of the week could change in a hurry? Trips to the left. Phillips in motion. Snap taken, play fake. Chaffin rolls to his right. Going to fire behind him to block. It's the Greenville play. Block gets run down but finishes forward inside the 10-yard line. They scored at Greenville on that play. I think it's going to be a run. We'll see for Gunner Block. It's going to be a throw for Bronston Chaffin on a screen just forward.
Who does Livingston
to
play
the
next
9-yard
week?
line? DeKalb County on Friday in Smithville. Standalone game.
Ooh.
Now you're tracking with me.
And a chance to call with Craig Cantrell.
2 to the left, 1 to the right. We'll give you another score update after this play. Pardon me. 5 wide set here for the Bees. 3.5 to play. Chaffin takes the snap, gives on the jet sweep to Carmine Phillips, looking for the edge. Breaks one tackle, and then it'll be dropped down. A nice job in the open field. And immediately, Carmine Phillips starts to stretch out his leg, maybe a little cramp, gain of maybe a yard. Score update, Cookeville Mount Juliet tied up at 10 now, fourth quarter on UCR 4.
As Coach Shank said, mirror
Identical
images.
twins.
Exactly. Could be going to 9 overtimes.
Second down and 7. Or second and goal, I should say, from the 7 for the Bees. Under 3 minutes to play. They're draining the clock, trying to finish it in style, and also looking for their first shutout of the season. Chaffin takes the snap, keeping it again. Jukes upfield, breaks another tackle, breaks another, still on his feet, and finally they drive him backwards. Third and goal from the 5, make it the 4 where they give him forward progress. And in 2 weeks, some poor soul is going to come into this stadium in the first round of the playoffs and lose by a lot.
And I hate the way that the playoffs are set up. There's going to be a lot of poor souls traveling to a lot of stadiums that.
Well, it's still going to be, in this one, it's still going to be that Region 3-4 seed that will come to town in the first round.
But the problem, too, is, guys, and I think, Noah, we talked about this week, too. It's still such an imbalance on both sides that you're going to have a lot of football teams get eliminated in the second round that could get to the quarterfinals and even the semifinals.
Handoff to Carmine Phillips, right up the middle. The Red Sea parts, touchdown, Upperman. 1:45 to go, and Upperman is dominating their way to a Region 4 4A title. Carmine Phillips with his second touchdown of the night. Upperman's up 41-0, and from the word go tonight, that has been the story. Roberts on for the extra point. Block to Holt. Snap, set, kick is good. Austin Roberts, perfect from the field today, and Upperman is rolling. 42-0, we'll have to finish when we come back on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Mayberry's Furniture has been family-owned and operated since 1946 and is now serving the Upper Cumberland with locations in both Crossville and Cookeville, offering the largest array of solid wood furniture and mattresses in the area. They also provide a best price guarantee and in-house service and delivery. Stop into their 15,000-square-foot showroom at 1020 South Willow Avenue in Cookeville to see their selection of Amish solid wood, flex steel, Tempur-Pedic, Sealy Posturepedic, and much more today. Mayberry's Furniture is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the high school football game of the week on the UCR Media Network.
Mayberry's Furniture is the presenting sponsor of the high school football game of the week. And Upperman is dominating the high school football game of the week, 42-0. The number 1 ranked team in the UC Top 5. They will remain that way this week.
And again, impressive win by Upperman. You know, I mentioned earlier it was kind of half and half. Upperman just has played really well tonight.
Kick is away, fielded, and taken down immediately at about the 33-yard line. Friday Night End Zone show coming up later on tonight. We'll have Adam Kane on the show. We'll talk to other coaches around the area. Cookeville wins. We'll talk to Taylor Hennigan. A lot of region implications. We'll go through all of them, and we've got a whistle and a timeout called
by Upperman
with 1 minute to go in the ball game. And I think part of this, and Coach Dodger, you can attest to, a discussion. You want nothing. No extracurriculars, no nothing. Shake hands and go to your huddle. It's been a little bit chippy down there, Coach.
Well, and that's both sides. That's exactly what Coach Foster's saying over here on this sideline is, let's get the snap, get back in the huddle, and let's do what we do. Because as you guys know, both teams obviously have some extra football games. You don't need a key player sitting first round of the playoffs.
Exactly. And especially if you're White County with this huge matchup next week, you don't want someone sitting next week.
Yeah, Upperman has they're about to win the region something tells me they're going to take next week very seriously with Macon County coming to town.
Have we got a score update in Livingston?
Still 21-14 right now. The Tigers have the football under a minute to play in the third quarter. So once this game's done, go check out that one or Cookville Mount Juliet. By the time it's done, you'll be close to time for the end zone show. Well, it's going to be about an hour after the Mount Juliet game ends because Jacob Vincent has to get home. And they're going to put under center Tucker Pinion. He's going to turn and hand to Lex Winfrey. Winfrey breaks one tackle, and then the Bees put him down. We thought we may see that tonight. They haven't had an opportunity to get to it. Gain of about 6. 45 seconds, so only have to have one more snap if you're White County. They could try to go quick, though, if they want. This has been another impressive performance by the Bees. No doubt about it. Pinion under center, Winfrey behind him. Snap taken, they're going to hand the sweep. This is Macon County's offense. Wing T, they give to Dowell. Dowell wiggling through traffic, and he'll be dropped down. First down there for White County. I think it's the third one of the game.
Just not their night.
And we'll see if they snap it again. 14 on the game clock. Looks like they will not. And that will do it. The Upperman Bees win Region 4 4A, and they do it in convincing style. Final score tonight from Billy C. Rogers Stadium. Upperman 42, White County 0. We welcome you into the Whitegate Realtors post-game show. We appreciate their sponsorship to us here at UCR. Jeremy, it was a dominant victory. They had a couple of first downs on their first drive, them being Sparta. Upperman got a turnover. The offense was just as good as they've been all season long, and the intrigue was gone about midway through the second quarter tonight.
Yeah, we talked about that, and the balance of Upperman was just a bad matchup tonight for White County. And White County had to establish the run, and they just could not get it going. So at the end of the day, the game just played out in favor of Upperman, and White County just could not seem to kind of get the mojo that had gotten them to 7-1 at this point. A great football team, just couldn't get it going.
Don't forget, we'll be joined by the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game and Coach Adam Kane. The Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game is going to be who?
Well, it is Bronston Chaffin, 100%, no doubt about it. But I still want Coach Dodgen to get me a Carter Rich jersey. For the record, I want a Carter Rich jersey. But listen, Chaffin, balanced, just showed why the accolades he's getting. He gets to play on Saturday next fall. There are reasons why people have talked about Bronston Chaffin, and tonight is just another prime example of why.
This stat line, if I would have told you 4 years ago was an Upperman quarterback, you would have said I'm insane. Here it is for Bronston Chaffin. 14 of 19, 263 yards, 2 touchdowns on the ground, 17 carries, 80 yards, 2 more touchdowns. Maybe the favorite right now in this classification for the Mr. Football Award. He's certainly amongst the top group. He was great tonight, and here are your stats thanks to the great Jeff Beatty Goolsby again. 42-0, 19 first downs to 4. Total offense, 395 yards for the Bees, 62 yards tonight for White County. 132 on the ground for the Bees, 62 for White County, 0 yards passing for the Warriors this evening. Cole Sims had 14 carries for 38 yards. JoJo Dow had 4 for 27. Lex Winfrey had 1 carry for 6 yards. Tucker Pinion, -9 net yards rushing. The sacks got him down tonight. 0 for 1 passing for White County today. We mentioned Bronston Chaffin's stats. Carmine Phelps went 11 for 52 and 2 touchdowns on the ground. He also had 2 catches for 24 yards. Gunnar Block had 5 catches for 53 yards. Elijah Fitz, 2 for 92. Colton Johnson had 2 for 54. Tate Porath added a couple of receptions as well. All the weapons came to play tonight for Upperman, and they wrapped up the 1 seed in Region 4 4A. They clinched. They will not have to play Alcoa until the 4th round. Obviously, if they get there, a Greenville win next week over Elizabethton would mean they would not have to face Greenville until the 4th round. If they get there, Upperman has set themselves up nicely as they try to hunt up a long postseason run.
Yeah, and you know, Upperman has had success for obvious reasons, and this is just another chapter of Upperman football. And at the end of the day, be injury-free next week, get busy in the playoffs. Let's see what happens.
Upperman clinches the Region 4 4A title tonight. They have the head-to-head tiebreaker over Stone Memorial and White County now. Macon County are with 2 losses. Can't catch them. They own the tiebreakers. They win the region. And for White County, back to the drawing board, but it wasn't we said, would they compete tonight? Upperman has done this against everybody in the region. They got to reset and now have a very important game next week at Stone Memorial on Thursday night.
And again, and I don't know if you've made that official yet or not, but if we go to that game, that matchup is just going to be a fun matchup of power versus spread it out. It's just going to be fun.
And somebody needs to make sure Adam Kane comes over here. But first, we're going to hear from the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the game and the Mr. Football candidate, Bronston Chaffin.
Guys, we've got Mr. Football candidate Bronson Chaffin here with us tonight. Bronson, over 250 yards passing, 4 or 5 touchdowns there for you tonight. Overall solid effort. Talk about your effort along with your team's effort tonight.
Man, this year it's a good year. Usually after the fall break we come out slow, and this year, as you can see in the score, we came out and, we worked hard to play good and bounce back from our week off. And we dominated like we should. Play Upperman football and you dominate.
Bronson, you guys from the start, it seemed like your offense was kicking on every cylinder. The passing game, the running game, keeping White K's defense off balance there. Talk about the consistency that you guys are able to build week in and week out with not just you, but with every weapon that you got on the offensive side of the ball.
We got countless weapons, and just the way everybody's work ethic, the way they work, and just the way they play, you really can't stop. I think personally, as a thing, I think we have the best offense in 4A, just how many weapons we have and how good we gel, how hard we worked on the offseason together. I think we're really good.
Bronson, you got obviously this one tonight that clinches the regular season for you on the region title. You got a big one next week at home. You play Macon County, a team that you've dealt with in the past. Not looking ahead, but talk about what this game gets you going in for next week.
Well, it's senior night next week too, so, theoretically, it's our last home game if you don't count playoffs. So I think everybody, even the younger guys that come in, we're going to work hard to try to do what we did tonight.
Bronson, congratulations. Good luck the rest of the year to you, and not only you, but your team.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Bronson Chaffin there, guys, and we'll get Coach Kane in here next.
Yeah, we'll get Coach Kane in. Senior night next week, a very prolific senior class. They have a lot of juniors sneakily on this roster. But Adam Kane, let's see what he's not happy about tonight.
I've got Coach Kane here. Coach, obviously, first off, coaching here, congratulations on a regular season region championship. I know you want to take care of that first and foremost, which gets you a home game in the playoffs. But talk about your performance with your team tonight, not only on the offensive side of the ball, but on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, to steal the line from Clark Lee, the Vanderbilt coach, I'm a Vandy fan. My dad played ball at Vandy in the 50s, and so I watch them, and I'm a big supporter of them. And he talked about before their LSU game jumping them off the bus, and I thought that was really cool. I think he's an outstanding coach, and that's kind of what when we came in Sunday, that's what our directive was to the team is they got a good club, they got a better record than we do, they got a lot of momentum coming in. Let's make sure we start fast, and I think we did that.
Coach, obviously on the offensive side of the ball, you got Bronson, but you've got a lot of weapons that go with him, and you utilize those weapons really well. Your defensive side of the game tonight, just not allowing anything with White County's rushing game, which they've relied on all year. Talk about how proud you are of that with your bunch tonight.
Yeah, I don't think it's any big secret. I'm a defensive guy. And so some of the games we played earlier this year were kind of hurting my heart a little bit, giving up all those rushing yards. And we watched them on film. We knew they were going to kind of come in here and try to bully us around a little bit. We heard some of the noise, that Putnam County people like to talk back and forth, and so we challenged our defense, our D-line especially, and you got to answer the challenge, and they got some big, good players on the line of scrimmage. So I got to watch the film before I hand out a bunch of flowers, but it looked like we were playing physical and fitting our gaps, and once we kind of got locked in on what they were trying to do, we started playing well.
Coach, last thing, got another home game next week. Big game for you. Obviously, you want to protect your home field. You got Macon County coming in. Coach, talk about expectations and what you're looking forward to next week.
Well, I think everybody's told me that we wrapped up the region. I'm not real sure. I don't want to say anything that I shouldn't say, but I guess the prize for winning your region is you get to play the defending state champs. Got a lot of respect for them. They beat us and physically whipped us about as bad as we've been beat by anybody last November 15th. And so, hopefully our kids will have a little pride about them and come out and play like we did tonight.
Coach, something tells me November 15th is going to be repeated a lot this week going into next Friday. Good luck to you guys next week, and thanks for your time.
Thank you. Appreciate it, guys.
That is Adam Kane with Coach Dodgen. Again, late notice. Coach Dodgen came in, helped us out in a major way. We appreciate him. You're going to hear from him on Monday, District 7 AAA Media Day, in his coaching capacity. He's got a really good girls basketball team. He doesn't want us to talk about them.
Easy now.
But they're really, really good. So we're going to talk about them along with a host of other things. That'll be at 10 a.m. on Friday, live from the rooftop of Fire and Vine. Meanwhile, here tonight, one thing I took more than anything else, the slight chuckle when Coach Dodgen asked Adam Kane about Macon County. If you don't think that they are going to be a fired-up football team, I got some beachfront land in Iowa to sell you, because this week's going to be very important for the Upperman Bees, Jeremy.
It is, and obviously, the last region game they lost was an ultra-important game in the playoffs to Macon County, and good for Macon County. And Macon County parlays that into a state championship, and it is what it is. Give Macon County their flowers for the playoffs last year, but it's a new year, and Upperman's got the next shot, and I think that they're going to take it pretty seriously.
Upperman improves to 7-2 on the season, 4-0 in Region 4 4A. They do, in fact, wrap up the Region 4 4A regular season title with their victory tonight. White County sees their 7-game winning streak come to an end. They are also 7-2, now 3-1. Big one next week on the road at Stone Memorial. A potential battle for the 2 seed. That will be on Thursday night. Upperman welcomes in the Macon County Tigers Thursday night. That's Thursday this week. Thursday night coming up, I should say. Don't forget, join us later on tonight, the Friday Night End Zone Show presented by the Real Estate Collective. As soon as we're back and ready to go, we'll be live. We'll talk to coaches. We'll recap games, have a lot of fun on a late Friday night. Tomorrow, 12 o'clock kickoff on 106.1 The Eagle, when the Tennessee Tech Golden Eagles, the number 8 ranked team in
Wings
the nation,
up, baby.
Undefeated, put that to the test as they welcome in SEMO. Pregame coverage starts at 11:30 a.m. Then Monday, I mentioned District 7 AAA Media Day. Wednesday night, the UCR football show, and we will also begin basketball previews on Wednesday night because we are about 3 weeks away from tip-off in high school basketball season in the Upper Cumberland. We'll have games on Thursday and Friday night on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network. Once again, a thank you to our presenting sponsors, Gentry's Power Equipment and Mayberry's Furniture, for making it possible for us to be there. Here, them, and all the other sponsors keep it 100% free to see everything that we do here at UCR. Keep your eyes on UpperCumberlandReporter.com. Goose was here tonight. Coverage coming from this game. Coverage coming from state volleyball as well. As we begin to sign off tonight, final score, Upperman 42, White County 0. I'm Noah McKay for Jeremy Tollison, Hallie Gunlock, Coach Michael Dodgen, Michael Lindsay, Easton Tollison, Madison McKay, Lisa Ledbetter, David Ledbetter, and, of course, Jeff P.D. Goolsby on the stats, and everybody at UCR. We say so long from Baxter.